Hello, 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 we're live. Sorry for the slight delay, but they just started playing Saving Private Ryan on TV, and it's just, in my opinion, the greatest war movie ever created, so I just had to watch the opening scene. It's hard not to look at it. But welcome, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Today is the day everyone has been waiting for. It is the day where we do nothing but talk and react. And that's pretty much it. It's the final day of the week. Next week, we are going to start with a clean slate. We finished all games. Hey Twin, hi Cloudy. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We finished everything we wanted to finish. Everything we started on February was finished this week. So next week we can start a new game, or we can just not start a new game. We are free, basically. Doing good. That is nice. I don't know if you read the title, but I have a very special announcement. It's not very special, you already know about it pretty much. Like, if you've been a part of the streams in the past, right? You know that I commissioned a retexture of like a Vtuber asset, which was an asset for like a mascot, and then I bought it and I asked the artist, hey, can you give me the same as asset but retexture it, basically do a recolor of this texture, and he said, yeah, no problem. So he kind of created this wonderful tiger, which was based on another tiger. I'm not gonna tease anymore. I'm gonna show you. This little fella does not have a name yet. Wait, let me reduce my size a little bit. The suspense. You already saw his eyes. Okay, drum rolls, please. Drum rolls, please. There he is. Hello. Hey, it is. He doesn't have a name yet. For now, we can call him Tiger-san. It's Tiger-san. Hello, Mecha. Hello. Welcome to you as well. We can think of a name later. For now, let's just call him Tiger-san. Also, I just noticed I need to start VTS POC. I hope it still works. Sometimes if I start VTS POC later, it will not work properly. But yeah, the mascot is also supposed to talk, right? You can use the mascot to talk to me with TTS, with our TTS channel reward. Okay, I'm just gonna resize myself like this. Obviously, as you can see, it's not a super perfect fit, right? Because it was an asset for female VTubers, right? Mostly or primarily female VTubers. So as you can see, my hands are very feminine. That is because it was meant for female VTubers first. And then I asked the artist. This tiger was based on a K-pop Demon Hunters tiger, the blue tiger, Derpy. And I asked the person, hey, can you do some slight like color changes so I can have my own as mascot? And he said, yeah, no problem, we can do that. Obviously, in the future, I want to have an even more unique tiger that is based on our lore and based on our VTuber as well. But for now, I thought that is good enough. Definitely good enough. Such a cute little tiger. Tiger Claw as a name? I feel like I'm a person that my past cat that passed away like 2 years ago was called Zimba. So I'm a huge fan of giving cats actual names. Or in this case, it's a tiger. Like Scar or something like that. Like, he doesn't have a scar, but... I posted the art on Discord. You should totally look. Let me take a look. Okay. Cloudy is our channel's artist. Not official one, but Cloudy has done a lot of channel art, or a lot of art for my VTuber. And Cloudy has done another piece. Oh, that was just another art piece. Okay, it looks awesome. I thought it was for me. I thought you've done something for me. No, but it looks really good. It looks really, really, really good. So it's like half human girl, half anime girl type of art. Really good. Let me save this image, so I'm going to show everyone what I'm talking about. Although you could also just join our Discord server if you like to. Right, that's the easier way to... It's like a mask. I see. Wait. For anyone who hasn't joined Discord yet, please do. Please do. I'm pretty proud of it, honestly. Also, if you want, I can make one for you. No. I was just assuming that it was for me. It was just me being egotistical. No, you don't. I will never ask anyone to draw something specifically for me. Wait, let me just resize myself a little bit. Like this. Like that. This is good. It looks... I love the look of the tiger so much. Wait. Fan art. Let me do this. Okay. There we go. So this is what Cloudy drew. Very, very talented. So it's... Oh, is it like a metaphor for VTubers? Because we VTubers, we wear kind of like anime faces, right? That's pretty cool. Cool concept. Keep doing what you do, Cloudy. I'm rooting for you. I cannot wait. As I said, I think it's beautiful to see people progress in their art or in their profession. So I cannot wait. I hope I'll be around for another 5 years or so I can actually see your art evolve. Or maybe we'll stop drawing at some point. That can also happen, right? People just fall in love and fall out of love with things. So don't be sad if you one day wake up and you don't feel like drawing anymore. That is also very, very normal. It's basically me, and it's a metaphor for my online face, basically. That's pretty cool. That's very, very deep. Because everyone kind of wears a mask online. I'm wearing a mask online. I always tell you that even though I'm not trying to deceive anyone of who I am truly or play a role, I still do play a role, because I'm playing like a very exaggerated version of myself in private, when I'm not online, when I'm not streaming, especially when I'm playing games, for example, right? I already mentioned it many times. When I'm playing games, you will not hear a single word out of my mouth unless it's an insult. Like when I'm playing a competitive game, sometimes I will curse, but that's it. Apart from that, I will just sit in my corner, right? And just silently enjoy a game. I don't talk, I don't verbalize my thoughts. So that is one of the, I would say, biggest obstacles that I had like when I started out with content creation. Is just, okay, I'm usually not saying anything when I'm playing games, so how can I make myself say things and verbalize my thoughts? It was very, very difficult at the beginning, but now I feel like I don't have an issue with that at all anymore. I'll most likely have the drawing done in an hour and a half or so. Only if you want to, please. Okay, I'm not pressing anyone. I'm always appreciative of art, especially now that we have a schedule, because I have like a little section in our new schedule format where I can showcase fan art, which is awesome. I don't know if you noticed. Maybe I can just show you with our last schedule. Let me show you. There's like bottom right corner is basically reserved for fan art, which is cool. Let me see. Schedule. Where was the schedule for this week? Weekly schedule. Yeah, here for example. as you can see over here, bottom right corner, this corner is for fan art, so keep the fan art coming. Keep the fan art coming, so I can always have something that I can place in here. But don't feel pressured. This is one of the like most beautiful things people can do for me, is just giving me fan art. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's such an odd feeling. And I hope everyone who does content creation will get that type of feeling at least once in their life, where it's a little bit surreal thinking that someone across the globe, right, just sat down and took the time to draw something that is representing you. Obviously, Jinyo is not me, right, but it is representing me. Jinyo is representing me, so I think it's beautiful. I'm an artist. I've been drawing you for more than a year. I always want to. Okay, I'm just saying. I don't want to press. I don't want to like push people into drawing something for me. Okay. I noticed that and I squealed. As I always say, artists are like the backbone of the VTuber community. Without artists, there wouldn't be any VTubers. So I mean, artists also have been the backbone of the streamer community in general. There's not a single big streamer, whether they are VTubers or non-VTubers, FlashTubers, right? Without receiving like fan art. So that has always been a part of fandom, is people who go out of their way to create something nice, whether that's stickers or like plushies or drawings like this, or send like letters, fan letters and whatnot. So that has always been a part of the fandom, but more so in the VTuber community, because my model wouldn't exist without a VTuber. Our little fella over here, who doesn't have a name yet, wouldn't exist without an artist. Does it matter what kind of art it is? Can it be like angst? What exactly is angst? Because angst is a German word and means fear. So what exactly is the definition of angst in your perspective? This is the problem with being German and understanding German. When you, for example, watch a Japanese show, for some reason sometimes the Japanese mangakas, they use German words in order to make things sound cooler, I guess, or sound more villainous. So for example, frieren, right? Frieren, in Frieren in the anime, there's lots of characters who have German names like Heiter and Frieren and Himmel, which means sky. It's a little bit confusing sometimes. Like sadness or something that's upsetting or can be also seen as scary. Sure, go ahead. I will not try and restrict anyone artistically. Draw whatever you want, unless it's as long as it doesn't really hurt my image in a sense, right? Like just to give you a dumb example so you know what I mean. It's going to be a very radical example, but if you draw Jinyo in a way that, for example, shits on a religion, right? Like on Christianity, for example, right? That would be harmful not only for my brand, but also for me as a person, right? And for you as an artist as well. So as long as it doesn't do that, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone or doesn't offend anyone, and doesn't put my image in like a negative way, right? You should be able to do whatever you want. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Oh, all right. Krogley, hello, morning. Why do you all keep saying morning? We live in the same time zone. It is almost, what is it? It's 8 p.m. for you. Should be almost 9 p.m. for you. It's not morning. Tiger, yes, it is Tiger-san. That's not his name. He doesn't have a name yet. We're gonna choose a specific name for this little tiger over here soon. We're gonna do like a community poll. It's 12 p.m. for me. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. In Canada, like time zones are definitely different. Oh yeah, in America there was also like the time switcheroo, right? In Germany it happens like in 2 weeks. 3 weeks, 2 weeks. But you were basically robbed of an hour. I'll avoid answering the question. Okay, Edward Snowden. Guess Crockley is not where he let us know he is. Like maybe he's not in Poland. Maybe he is somewhere where it's morning hours right now. Okay, you don't have to dox yourself. It's okay. I don't want the CIA to kill you. TTS is enabled. I don't know if it works because I started VTS POC after I started the stream, and what I've noticed in the past is when I start VTS POC after I already started the stream, for some reason it doesn't work. So...
Cheese.
Okay, it does work, but we have double sound. Why double sound? Double sound? Let me do... Monitor off? Monitor VTS POC. I'm gonna do monitor only, mute output. Yeah, let me try that. Cheese! Cheese! What could be the name for this little guy? Tiger, tiger. White tiger in Japanese means byakko, right? So maybe something like that, like a wordplay of byakko or white tiger wordplay. Bled. Bled the white tiger. Okay, that is not a decision we have to make today. I'm just happy that I could finally cross this off of our list, because I'm currently working when it comes to stream things, stream related things. I figured out the power of post-its. So everything I want to do for the stream that I always wanted to do for the stream, I write on post-its and I smash it on my screen. And the Tiger one, the Tiger TTS, was on this list for more than 2 weeks now, because I thought initially that it would take that it wouldn't take that long. Unfortunately, it is always worse than I expect. Just like with everything in life, it's just sometimes I pre-plan things and then everything goes to shit. So that is why in the past I was a little bit afraid to plan stuff. For example, a subathon. I always wanted to do a subathon, but in my brain, I've been so scarred that in my brain it's like there's no way in hell nothing will go wrong during the month where you want to do a subathon. Like, and then you have to interrupt the subathon, maybe even cancel the subathon, so don't even do it. So that is currently what I'm fighting. I'm fighting my own demons. Okay, so you might be wondering what we're gonna do today. I've been wondering the same thing. What are your favorite flowers for the art? Oh, that is a very good question. There is actually a flower that personally speaking, I don't have favorite flowers, but what I've been I love flowers in general, right? The more colorful, the better. But there's a specific flower that during my time in school that popped into my mind. I think it was in my biology book or whatever. I don't know. It's just one specific flower, and I kind of forgot about it. And then a couple of years later, I was in Madeira, which is a Portuguese island, and I saw that exact flower. And it was like a flashback, like a Naruto flashback. There was like it was almost like a butterfly effect. Like I was meant to see this flower right here and right now. I don't know if I can recall this name, but it has like 3 colors, and it's even called like tricolor. So it's like 3-color flower. Yeah, I don't know the name of that flower anymore. With something tricolor. Oh, yeah, it was this one. Frangipani tricolor. Tricolor. Wait, can I not post an image of... Pretty sure we can... Wait. Copy image address. I want to try something with our old Twitch chat widget. Which one was it? Was it this one? Yes. Let me just remove this. I think I'm able to post actual image addresses. Let me try this. Yeah! Isn't that cool? I never used that feature until now. There's different versions of this plant in nature, but I had this or very similar picture of this flower in my biology textbook, and as I said, completely forgot about it. A couple of years later, I'm in Madeira. I just randomly come across this flower because we went to the botanical garden in Madeira, which is absolutely beautiful. Madeira is even called, I think, the island of flowers or something. But we went to that garden. I see that plant randomly. My brain goes through a full flashback, like a Naruto type of flashback. I could even smell the insides of the classroom again. It was like, holy shit. It was like a butterfly effect. Like everything that I've done led me to this tree, to this plant right here. Can you type out the name in YouTube chat so I can look at reference? Ah, okay. Wait, it is called... I don't know if it's the official name of that flower, or if it's just the name of that image of that website. But let me post it here on YouTube. I forgot we have dual chat. Okay. It is beautiful. Okay, let us go back to the... No, you know what? I'm just gonna keep the multi-chat. I'm currently looking for more like beautiful multi-chat widgets, because multi-chat is now allowed again. Finally. It used to be against TOS on Twitch, but then Twitch, they never really enforced it. You know, the people who got banned for multi-chat got snitched by haters. Got snitched on by haters. There we go. So Twitch never enforced it. They never really looked through streams, and when they saw multi-chat, they banned people. It is when some haters went through other people's chat and wanted to get them banned or something. Multi-chat was a bannable cause. So they had to act, basically. So every single person that was banned for multi-chat widgets in the past, just so you know, they were banned by some haters that were watching them. It was not Twitch itself. But everyone complained, and Twitch kind of caved, and Twitch now changed the TOS. So it is officially now allowed to merge chats, but it still means you have to moderate it properly. So if people like write shit in your chat and you don't moderate it, you're still basically that is still like a bannable offense. But you will not get banned for just showing both YouTube and Twitch chat anymore. There's other species of this flower. Can I do a mix of every type of color the flowers can? Cloudy, do whatever you feel like doing. As I said, I don't really have like a favorite flower, right? I like colorful flowers, but I also like white ones, right? It's if it smells good and looks nice, that is a flower I like. Like I never thought about, oh, which flower would I like to see at my I don't know, 30th birthday or 40th birthday or at my funeral. I don't care. Like, I will not care once I'm dead anyways. So if it smells, it can be the most mundane flower ever. It can even be Unkraut. What is Unkraut in English again? Unkraut, English. Unkraut. Weeds. Yeah, it can be weeds as well. Like, if I die, you can just place a bunch of weeds onto my grave. Like, I will not care. Everything is a part of a nature. I don't think there's like a bad flower or a good flower. If it looks nice and it smells like nice, like roses, for example, you can even draw like white roses, white or red roses. I think also goes pretty well with the white hair. So yeah, pick whichever flower you like. Bim, bim, bim. I have also prepared, not really prepared, but usually on Sunday we go through stuff that I find on what is it called, on Twitter. So we can do that as well. We go through Twitter, watch a bunch of things, talk about certain things, and then we'll just move on. Is there anything, before we start going through the Twitter stuff, is there anything you want me to play perhaps in the upcoming week? I cannot promise anything, obviously, but is there maybe something you really want, like channel rewards, or me singing a song, or me playing a game, like anything really? Please let me know. I'm always happy for feedback. Also, whenever I'm called your channel's unofficial artist, I just get so excited, mostly because I've always wanted to be an artist for someone. Yeah, I mean, I can also call you my official artist, but at that point I feel like we're having like a work type of relationship, and then it's not really voluntary anymore. And I cannot, like, currently I cannot hire a full-time artist for the channel. Unless you're fine with like 50 cents per day. Then I can hire you. But then I would also go to jail probably for like work labor laws, and that's pretty much slavery. Oh, my day song, please sing. I love singing. That was just a joke. I don't really have a nice singing voice. I can do a rap stream at some point. Maybe for like a subathon goal. One sub and you will see me rap a song. But singing, unless you want your ears to bleed, okay? Don't be fooled by the meticulous looks, okay? I have a beautiful face, right? Jinyo's beautiful. And now we have a beautiful little tiger over here. But that doesn't mean I have a beautiful singing voice and I can hit notes. Correlation doesn't mean causation. Okay, you know what's disgusting? Not my face. It's okay, E for effort. You know what is disgusting? Rocket League players. That is not a good segue, I'm sorry. But let us switch to our talk show. We are doing all of this in front of a live audience, but I forgot to activate my stream deck. Okay, now it's activated. Okay. Give it up, everyone. We're gonna switch to the studio. Thank you. Thank you. We need to do it one more time. Need to do it one more time. Alright. Alright. Usually I would switch to my to my whoops. Let me just do it like this. right? Yes, that is good. Usually I would switch to my suit. Problem is the suit already comes with hands, right? So I cannot really place the tiger on top of the suit. It would not work. We would have 4 hands. And I can also not remove the hands from this tiger. Therefore, I cannot really place him here as like a mascot, right? I could just... Unless, wait, maybe I can do like a switcheroo. Let me do some magic. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. We could potentially do some magic here. Let me see. Where's the desk? Host desk. No, that's not the one. Is it the one? Yeah, it is the one. Okay. Host desk. Desk. Okay. All right. If we do it like this, give me a sec. And then we hide the little tiger over here. This is actually funny because it almost seems like someone is holding up the tiger beneath the desk, right? While I'm having my YouTube segment. So this could definitely work. Then I'm also allowed to switch back to my usual outfit. There we go. That is funny. That works with me. That definitely works with me. Also, I'm gonna connect this. Loading. Loading. Extensions. Okay. So now you should have some tigers running left and right. Whoops. Okay. Boobs? Where did you see boobs? Oh no, boobs? Bobs? Boobs? Hello, Julie. Hello, my niece is here. Not my real IRL niece, but that is just a nickname I have for Julie, because Julie calls me Unc because I am a certified Unc. Certified Unc meets certified niece. Plot twist, it's actually me holding him up. It's all of you. It's all of chat holding up our tiger mascot. I call you Unc. What about me, bro? Everyone is my niece and everyone is my nephew. I'm like Snoop Dogg. Have you ever watched an interview with Snoop Dogg? He calls everyone niece and nephew. That's me. I feel hated. Gosh. I don't hate anybody. That is not true. Everyone hates someone. Hate is a very, very strong word. Dude. Dude. The tiger cracks me up. It's just that poor intern below the desk or beneath the desk holding up the tiger for a couple of hours now. So these are this is shaping up pretty well. So we have little tiger cubs running around. We need 2 things. Once Jinyo 1.2 is done, I'm currently working on like a little touch up for Jinyo, so Jinyo will change slightly visually, right? I'm just currently still. Do you want a teaser? The teaser is not really accurate because it is not accurate at all, because we've done many revisions at this point, and it's the teaser will not reflect anything at all right now. It's just ideas. We're still in sketching phase. Also, Jinyo, if you forget about Beansy, no, I did not forget about your nickname. You know the nickname you keep forgetting. No, I did not forget. I thought Cloudy was also alright. Because usually it is easier for people who are still new to our channel to know who I'm referring to, right? But I can, like, if you prefer Beansy, I'll call you Beansy. I didn't mean to disrespect. Okay, but I'm gonna show you a tiny teaser, which, once again, it is not reflective of how everything will look like, because we're still in the idealization phase, and it's just a lot right now. If you're looking at the teaser, you will probably think, oh my god, it's a lot of tiger stripes. It's because we're still trying to figure out how everything will look like. and how everything will be put together, right? So let me just show you. Just do a image. Let me call this tease. Browse, and I'm gonna go with that. All right. This is just sketches, right? We're sketching still. So yeah, Tiger Jinyo, or Jinyo 1.25, is on his way. Let me just put him on the desk like a little figurine. Oops. Shit, what did I just do? Oh, I moved the little tiger cups. Alright. Okay, let me just put him here. Let me display him here. Okay, he's sitting on the desk. There we go. As you can see, like the stripes are plastered all over the body. Obviously, the final version will not look like that. I'm also currently, we are in revision number 5 or 6. And I haven't received a new revision yet. But I told the artist to potentially also get rid of the yin and yang tattoo. Because we are kind of like hitting a little bit of a, what is it called? Like a creative block where the tiger tattoo, the yin and yang tattoo, our artist has a tough time to implement it properly within the like tiger stripes, right? So I told her maybe it's just easier to get rid of the tattoo first, to see how she will be doing then. And then we will go from there. So I think this will still take at least 1 or 2 weeks until we get a final version. I'm still not happy, for example, with the stripe designs and the stripes. Not the stripe designs, but the stripe, like it's just too many stripes, number one, and number two, the stripes around the ab area. Fewer and longer ones I think would do better, and the stripes in the face also not a no-go right now. So we are still in design phase. It's not done yet. What I do love already, and what I will keep, is the 4th black streak in the hair. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a 4th block streak, and it makes the entire hair visually, I think, a bit more appealing because it's more symmetrical, you know? Now you have like 2 on the left side and 1 on the right side. And then with the new design, we kind of have like a balance. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. You weren't disrespecting, I'm just a drama queen. Okay. My design is better. I'm kidding, I love the design, don't worry. Yeah, we're still, as I said, we're still collecting ideas and see how that looks like. Because I need this to be perfect before I give this to our rigger. Because once the rigging has started, we cannot go back anymore, right? So I really need to make sure that I love the new revision of Jinyo. And this is not a 2.0, right? Because I have many ideas for 2.0, but 2.0 will cost us a couple of $1,000s. And I'm not even joking, I'm not exaggerating. So I said, do we wait until we have enough, like a big enough of a community, and I saved enough money to do like a 2.0, or is there something that I can do now which brings us a little bit closer to like a tiger design, right? A white tiger design. So I talked to our artist and I said, what can we do now with our current design? Is there something we can do now? And she said, yeah, we can just add some like visual, like we can make some like visual adjustments, and those just need to be re-rigged. So instead of doing like an entire VTuber re-rigging, which happens with a 2.0, if you do a 2.0, you basically get a new VTuber. Right? It's a completely new VTuber. Everything needs to be re-rigged. But with this version, all our rigger has to do is basically remap some of the stripes on the body and whatnot, so she doesn't have to redo all the animation. Add armpit hair. I'd like to like. Hello. Maybe I should start streaming a bit more often with my shirtless version. but the temperatures are getting hot a little bit. No, I don't think I've ever seen a VTuber with armpit hair. Also, fun fact, or not so fun fact, depending on how you will see it, but our VTuber does not have nipples, and I've never noticed that. I swear I did not notice until it was already animated, and Lady Jin was the one who was basically saying, yo, there are a couple of things missing. First of all, our character is kind of like a Ken puppet from Barbie, because we don't really have a lot in our pants. I didn't notice that. Because I'm not a pocket watcher. Like, I'm a man. Like, if I see a man design, I don't look at his, the bottom area, right? And then I also did not notice that our character has no nipples. Because, once again, that was not really what I focused on with our character. So I was like, shit. I saw one with hair on his chest. It was good. Oh yeah, like chest hair I can see. Chest hair I can definitely see. But once again, I've never seen a VTuber character with like armpit hair. You might call me weird, but that's why I draw them on. But it's not a weird thing. It's just anatomy. No, 100%. Yeah, it makes the entire design a bit more round. Like I get it. Like in hindsight, like I would have, if I noticed it, right? Not that I need my avatar to have nipples, but definitely if I would have noticed it back then before we went into rigging, I would have also added them. But I did not notice. I did not pay attention. I just looked at the abs, which looked awesome, and the bicep, which looked really awesome, and then the face, obviously, and I was like, okay, good to go, and the tattoo. So for Jinyo 2.0, which I always talk about, but yeah, it's gonna take us probably another year or two in order to actually do like a 2.0 redesign. I'm gonna change the hairstyle. Right, I want it to be a little bit more rough. I want to add some spiked, or not completely spiked, but definitely like, you know, tiger teeth a little bit. I want to add a red bandana, which used to be my trademark, basically. All of my VTuber designs had a red bandana before. I got rid of it because I thought with so much hair in my face, a red bandana would not look good. I was wrong. As I said, in hindsight, in German we have an expression that goes "Hinterher ist man immer schlauer," which would translate to "afterwards you are always smarter," meaning after the effect. After the event already happened, you are always smarter, and unfortunately we cannot go back in time. I'm gonna add nipples. Very important. I'm going to add a different type of outfit. More, I would say, like street clothes type of outfit. Not so much martial artist. I have so many ideas. Nipples, very important. We don't have any right now. Yes, and then a custom mascot, right? Even though I love the look of our little mascot over here that we have right now, but it's not custom made for us, right? This is not a Jinyo mascot. This is just a VTuber. It's basically Derpy from K-pop Demon Hunters with a custom recolor. So it is the recolor is kind of like unique to us because I commissioned it, but technically speaking, the person who created the recolor can just sell this recolored version of the mascot because I don't own the rights to it. So yeah, there's that. I cannot wait. I think we will be able to commission Jinyo 2.0 in the future, but realistically speaking, it will at least take another year or two even. But it's not a bad thing because I feel like my VTuber, I love my VTuber. I have nothing against my VTuber. If I had to look at my VTuber's face for another 5 years, without doing a 2.0, I would be fine with that. Like I have nothing against Jinyo's look right now, except for the part that we don't have nipples. Add some jiggle. Some muscle jiggle, you mean? Because there's nothing else that could jiggle on our body, right? We don't have booba. You mean like chest jiggles? What I definitely also gonna change is Jinyo 2.0 will not look like a Ken figurine in the bottom area, if you know what I mean. There's gotta be a bulge at least. Man boobs, chest can. I like it to be very firm though. Why did we start talk like stop sexualizing me? I'm joking. You know what they say, like let's cross that bridge when we're ready, right? Once we're getting close to Jinyo 2.0, we can start collecting ideas. Even though I already have a handful of ideas. Right now, what we are doing is something that is very typical for ADHD, is that we're falling in love with an idea that is still far in the future. So our brain is currently releasing lots of dopamine, endorphins, right? Because we're looking at something that might be in the future, but we have to work hard to get to that point. Right? Oh, sorry. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's all fun and games here. I remembered something my friend said to me and I screamed and then yelled at them. I don't know if I can say it, so I'm asking you. I cannot read your mind, so I don't know what you're about to say. Cloudy, you cannot ask me for permission for something you are about to say if I don't know what it is that you're going to say. It's weird. Maybe weird in what way? Is it borderline? Is it like weird can be funny as well? I'm not exactly sure. Is it weird for me? Is it weird for you? If you're not sure, it's better to keep it for yourself, I think. Okay. Twitter. We gotta talk about stuff I liked on Twitter. It's weird, I'd say for both of us, but it was more unexpected. Okay, then please keep it to yourself. I don't know which way, like, where to start, because I like a lot of things during the week. I think this is a good video to start, because it is very interesting. You know how cats... I don't know if you owned cats in your life before, and I'm talking to not only everyone in chat right now, but also for the people who might be watching this in the future. On Twitter, yeah, I still say Twitter. I will not call it X. It's going to be Twitter for me forever, until Elon Musk sells the platform again. I will not call it X. Twitter was awesome. I think the branding that Twitter had was also awesome. It was a blue bird, and everyone was tweeting just like if Bluebird in the morning, right? Waking you up with their chirp chirp tweets. That was Twitter for me. And then Elon Musk came around and he kind of killed the bird and he turned it into... I don't know what it is even supposed to be, that X. It looks like a... I don't know. I think it's definitely a downgrade when it comes to branding. I don't know how you feel about it, but this website doesn't look as good. X sounds like a corn app. I agree. I didn't want to say it, but I agree. So, this guy over here, what I wanted to say is, my cat used to do the same thing. If you have a cat, you might notice that they will sit on your laptop. And they usually do that because your laptop is warm. They don't want to distract from your work. I mean, sometimes they do. But in general, they sit on your laptop. Wait. Okay, I just received a message. I was afraid for a second. Okay, cats in general sit on your laptop because it provides them with heat. It is warm. So a very genius person created a cat tool, which is literally just a warm pad, which looks like a laptop, which is insanely genius. Wait, I need to mute the music. Look at this. Such a good idea. Wait.
Kurt always gets on my laptop.
Out of all the places.
And it's because he wants to be involved with what I'm doing, but it's also because it's warm. So I got this cat laptop that heats up. And Gary checked it out right away.
Okay.
But he just sat on it for a bit. He never really relaxed or laid down.
No.
But as soon as Kurt found it, he loved it.
Kurt, you look so cute.
Ooh, yeah. Look at that.
That is
Now Kurt
such
has
a
his
good
own laptop
idea.
that he can lay on while I can still use mine. Kurt.
Good idea. If you want to become rich, just create products for cat owners. We will just buy everything. Can relate, my cat always wants to be there. Yeah, it's mostly because of the heat. Sometimes it's also because of attention, right? Cats want your attention as well. So in some cases they sit on your laptop because they want your attention, but in other cases they sit on your laptop because they just want to feel the warmth of the laptop, right? So this invention over here is actually genius. So I just had to like it that. I haven't had a cat for years, but my auntie owns a lot, like maybe 10. 10 cats. I don't even know how people do that, to be honest. I can totally see how people can own like 2 cats, for example, right? Or 3. 3 is okay as well, especially if you are working for long hours. I think having 2 cats is very good for the cats themselves because they can socialize with each other while you're gone. But how the heck do you handle 10? If you don't live on a farm, right? If you live on a farm, it's also different, right? But 10 cats, that's so much food. Like that, isn't that like a full-time job caring for them? You have to feed them twice a day, and you have to provide them with like food for 10 cats. Then water, you need to make sure that everyone is hydrated. How do you even keep track who is drinking properly and who isn't, right? And then like the vet costs, right? Imagine if some of them get like little ouchies, right? And then it's just, to me, 10 cats seems like a full-time job. Overwhelmed only by 2. I can see that. As I said, like 3, I think personally speaking, because I've owned a cat, like owned cats most of my life. I think me and Lady Jen, I think we can handle 3 easily. I think 3 is okay, but 3 is also the max. Like 4, it will already be, I don't know, man. And then 5 and 6. Once again, I have nothing against people who care, like take care of so many cats. Like I admire it, right? I'm just saying that I don't know how they do it. So that was that. I can close this. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. This is how I avoid doxing myself while I'm scrolling, because sometimes I'm a dumbass, and then I'll show you some like wrong things, and then it's GG's. Also, this is very funny. Who thinks that paper straws are stupid? Raise your hands, please. Or send an emoji. If you cannot raise your hand right now, send an emoji instead. I saw this little clip, this little TikTok, and it made me laugh so hard because it is so true. The caption says, "Switch to paper straws to save the earth." And then this is what is actually happening in the world right now. The paper straws will not make a difference. As long as leaders try and bomb each other bomb us into smithereens, right? Use plastic straws. Go ahead, do it. Paper straws is the dumbest invention in the world because paper and liquids don't really mix that well. And it's either you drink your drink, right? You finish your drink in 2 seconds, or you'll be left with a, well, soggy straw. And soggy straw don't have that much suction power. So I'm all for saving the world, and I'm all for getting rid of plastics as much as we can. Paper straws is not one of those things that we should replace, I think. Or straws in general. Can we just have metal straws or, like, I don't know, a thicker paper maybe? I'm not exactly sure, but there must be something in between plastic and paper, right? There must be. Hello, Femboy. Hello. Hi. Vodan Gorde. Hello. Metal straws better. Agree. Yes, they can probably not just sell metal straws that well with each order at McDonald's, for example. I understand, but as I said, there must be something in between paper straws and plastic straws that we can use. Let me resume the music. I need a button that mutes and unmutes music. Makes my life a little bit easier. You know what? I'm gonna write it down on my post-it. Because I'm an adult now. I write down stuff. I'm just gonna add. If there's something you want me to add on my post-it, you may say it now or stay silent forever. Or whatever that phrase is during a wedding. You may speak now or not speak forever. So I'm gonna add button to unmute music. Forever hold your peace. Is that the phrase? Okay. Der möge jetzt reden oder für immer schweigen is like the German version. I didn't know the English one. It's you may speak now or forever hold your peace. That is much better than the German one, because in the German one translates literally to what I said, like you may speak now or basically stay silent forever. But forever hold your peace sounds much cooler. It sounds a bit more grounded. Paper straws mean cutting down more trees. True. We are the anti-paper straw faction over here. Also, I don't know if I asked Femboy. Femboy, how are you doing? Sometimes I talk so much I forget what I said. Hope you're doing great, Femboy. Yesterday we had one of your people in our stream. Toki Sky, which is who's also someone from Denmark. So the Danish members in our community are growing. It's the Vikings all over again. The Vikings attack. Stop attacking us. Also, one thing. Who watched Digimon? Who watched Digimon? Hands up if you watched Digimon. And you recognize this little fellow over here, which is Taiji, and his Digimon, Greymon. Who knows who Greymon is? No? Okay. I can't find a good reference. I'm actually crying. Don't cry. Crying will not help you find a better reference. Okay. Seems like nobody raised their hands, and it also means that you people are just very young. Because Digimon was my childhood, okay? Was Digimon and Pokemon, and then you had Digimon fans, and then you had Pokemon fans. I was a fan of both, because I'm indecisive, and I have ADHD, and I didn't know as a kid, but now it makes a lot of sense why I could never just be a Pokemon fan or a Digimon fan. I was both. Because both stimulated my brain. But if you were a fan of Digimon, you will definitely like this jacket design. Look at this. Isn't that dope? That is so cool. I love that more like brands, fashion brands and whatnot are embracing anime with their design, because I think if you take, for example, not only Digimon but also like stuff like Naruto as inspiration from like modern fashion, I think we could create some pretty dope stuff. So that is something I wanted to show you. Digimon jacket, a Greymon jacket. That was that. Now I'm gonna hide this again. Hello everyone. Hello Ikathian. Hello. Hello. I need that jacket. Thank you, Ikathian. Thank you. I thought I was the only one who thought that was dope. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? We're moving on. More stuff happening. Oh shit. There's actually something I forgot to talk about. And let me just see if I can find it. Because you know how most Sundays we talk about AI advancements and whatnot? There's something that is currently in the works that in 10 or 20 years from now, if AI is taking over the world, it's gonna be very scary, because we might just end up as just computing power, just like in the Matrix. I used to watch everything people recommended me back then, but I only watched a movie this year and nothing more. So busy. That sucks, really, Julie, because I think there should always be a little bit of time for fun. Not necessarily movies and shows and whatnot, but I hope you still have fun during your busy weeks to at least like meet with friends, or I don't know, treat yourself somehow. If all your entire week consists of just busy work and you have nothing to really like relax your mind, at some point you'll just burn out. Philip Zabielski. Hi, moin. Hello. I don't know why I said moin. I just assumed that I saw the word Philip and I thought, oh, this person must be German. Hello, Philip. Hello, good to see you. Nice to talk to you. Zabielski. Where are you from? He is Polish. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Polish people also living in Germany, so he might be of Polish origin because of the last name, but he could also be German or even American. Who knows? Could be a Polish person living in America. Waiting for the week ahead. How about you? I am also kind of waiting for the week ahead. I've teased a little bit of our Jinyo 1.25 update, which is not nearly done, so I'm waiting kind of for the weeks ahead so we can finally finalize that. And as you can see, we also have our own cool, unique, small mascot now. TTS is enabled, okay? TTS is enabled, but only for the Twitch people. I'm sorry. If you want to send a message, just jump over on Twitch. Please pray for me to get accepted into uni. I am going to pray for you. I don't know if I can... What is... There we go. See, I'm sending hearts towards your way. I'm praying for you. Wait, let me check my phone real quick. My phone tells me that you have very good chances getting accepted into university. Sorry about that. I just had to check my phone real quick. Look at the many tigers running around. This has been the busiest stream in a while. Seems like my strategy is working. I'm just trying and force everyone into the streams. The only reason why I'm uploading videos is so we can just get more people into the streams and have more fun here. Who's holding the little guy? My intern. There's an intern down beneath that desk who's holding the tiger. Give it up, everyone, for our intern. Thank you. Thank you. if you clap loud enough, he might even get paid today. I'm sorry. Obviously, he does get paid, the intern. Interns under the desk. Corporate. Yes, call me boss in the future. Every Sunday when I dress up and put on my suit, call me Boss Jin. During the week, I'm Ankh Jin. On Sunday, I'm Boss Corpo Jin. I'm Hololive CEO Jin. Or Niji. Hey, Niji Sanji. Niji. Is it Niji Sanji or am I mispronouncing it? You know, big corpo Niji. They are holding auditions again. And I was thinking about auditioning, and then I saw the comments beneath that audition post, and everyone was like, black company. And with black company, people mean it's like predatory, right? It has nothing to do with anyone's skin color. It's like a term in Japan. A black company is usually a company that works their staff to the ground. And lots of drama apparently that went past me. I know that Niji, I think around the time when the Cinder situation also happened, I think, there was one company, was it Niji, that did not pay their VTubers? I think we even covered it, but I completely forgot about it. So I was thinking about auditioning, because why not, right? And then I saw the comments and I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't audition. Like, I don't know what they did, and it's probably not a good idea. I'm looking at it as from like an adult perspective, right? Because I think like if I do happen to get in, which I don't think, right? But let me just say I audition and then I do get in. There will be a contract, right? And I have a very good lawyer, so I don't think they could get me into a situation where they can run me down. Like, or maybe that's what everyone else thought, because everyone else probably also had very good lawyers, right? I don't know. It's early, but thank you for the stream. No, thank you, Julie. I'll go to sleep. It's 3 a.m. in the morning, 3:30. Holy shit. And I'm in the middle of exams week. Why are you doing this? Good night, uncle. Have a good night. Niece, we're gonna have a conversation next week. Good luck with your exams. Never stay up that late during exam week. You need a good amount of sleep, especially if you're studying for an exam. It takes a while, literally, it takes a while for the information that goes from your RAM, basically, right? Your memory, your storage, your RAM storage, from your short-term memory into your long-term memory. That takes a while. So you need a good amount of sleep so your PC, your CPU, which is your brain, can put the information that you had from studying that day and store it onto your SSD, your long-term memory. If you don't sleep enough, the information will stay in the short-term memory and in your RAM, and once you restart your PC, which is your brain, when you wake up, that information might be gone. So always make sure during exam weeks or during weeks where you have to do something important like a meeting, presentation, always get at least 8 hours of sleep. Stay indie, we don't want to lose you. There's no chance I will ever get in. I was just thinking about auditioning because I never auditioned for a VTuber company, and I think it would also push me to finally create like a highlight reel, which can help me. That was the only reason why I would want to maybe audition. Chemistry this morning and studied nothing. I'll find answers on the sky. I pray for you that we will find those answers raining down on you, Julie. Okay, have a good night. Good luck with your exam, and I just hope that that you were just very attentive during the lessons, the lectures, that the exam is not going to be a problem for you. Because that was English for me. There was one subject in school that I never had to study for, not a single hour. It was exam day. I went in, scored an A or B plus, A minus or B plus, every single time. Like, I had no issue with English. My vocabulary was also very good back then. It's not good anymore. When it comes to screaming, I'm definitely not very eloquent, or I don't really have a lot of words to choose from when I'm talking and speaking in English. But when I was writing it back then in school, I was above average. And I even, dude, I don't want to brag or anything like that, but I definitely schooled my teacher sometimes with expressions that I found on Google. So you know how when teachers, they see something very exceptional, they add like little notes on the sides with their red marker, like very good or nice. I got some of those, but only in English. There were other subjects where I got the opposite effect, where the red marker said, "What?" question mark. What were you trying to say here? All right. What else do I have in store for you? Let me scroll through. Through Twitch again. I'm gonna get rid of my coffee. If I don't know how to get rid of my coffee. So P is phone. Is it T for tea? Oh, it's T for tea. Okay. Good. Let us continue going through Twitter. See what I can find. Oh, there's this one clip I need to show you because some people ask me, hey, Jinyo, why did you stop playing competitive games? You know, I used to have a friend. I mean, I still have a friend. That friend still exists. But we used to play Rocket League like once or twice a week, right? We did that for almost 2 years. Like definitely from like 2020 to 2022. We switched from Apex Legends, which was a game that we used to play almost every weekend, to then, because we got kind of salty with the game with Apex and we stopped playing it, we were fighting every single time via voice comms. And at some point we were like, you know what, we need to start something else. We need to play something else. So unfortunately, we picked Rocket League. And for the first couple of months, I would say, we had a ton of fun. We were learning the game, we crawled out of bronze, went to silver, went to gold, went back to silver, back to gold. Eventually we ended in a platinum, and we peaked after 2.5 years or so. We peaked at diamond 3 or so. And then my friend, he became a father, right? And he got less and less time to play, and it went from like once a week to like once a month. And obviously if you just play something like this once a month, you'll just never crawl out of diamond. Like the sweats are just too good. The 12-year-olds who are playing every single day, there is no chance for you to compete anymore if you don't play on a frequent basis. I'm not trying to blame it on him as well, because I also had weeks where I didn't want to play or did not have the time to play. Bottom line is, we both kind of stopped playing it frequently. And part of the reason is also not just because of time, but the few times we did play Rocket League, we usually just started fighting and hating each other verbally. Those were verbal fights. Like, screw you, like, that was your fault. Like, no, those guys are just better. Nonsense. Guys are not better. You're just making a lot of mistakes. I'm like, no, they're doing flip resets and shit like that in the sky. That is something we cannot do, and we will never be able to do. And most of the time, like, as I said, we were fighting hard, and it ended with, see you next week. Or see you next month. But when I saw this clip, I wanted to show you because this is exactly part of the reason why casuals like me and my friend I just have no business playing competitive games anymore. Because wait, where's the button? Over here. Look at this. Look at this shot. Look at this shot. This is scary. This is insane. I know how he's doing it technically. In Rocket League, you can flip the car, right? You can flip it forwards, backwards, sideways. Sideways. I think sideways is the word, right? But if both, like all 4 of your tires hit the ground, you can reset the flipping. So usually you can only flip once, but if you hit the ground again, you can flip again. So what pros figured out is if all 4 of the tires hit the ball like this, the game thinks the car is back on the ground. So it resets the flipping mechanic. This is why it's called a flip reset. So what the pros are doing is basically, wait, they fly up, they flip once, now they do a flip reset, they flip again, flip reset, flip again, flip reset, flip again, flip reset, flip again, flip reset, and shot. You need years of training to get this good. And I mean frequent training. And we did not have that. And you might think, oh, okay, but those are pros. You will probably not face them. Wrong. Very, very wrong. Because these dipshits, for whatever reason, they create new accounts because maybe at their ranks life just gets too sweaty and they don't have fun. Ironically, the sweats don't have fun playing against other sweats. So what do these loser sweats do? They create smurfs and ruin the games of casuals like me and my friend who's a father of 2, right? And gets to play PlayStation like once every blue moon, right? I fucking hate it. I wish there was something that is done for smurfs. Someone like him should never even be able to get into lower ranks. The system should understand that a person doing shit like this has no business in bronze, silver, gold, platinum, maybe diamond. I don't know if diamond is okay for stuff like this, but everything lower than diamond or everything lower than platinum, a person like this, a person who does shit like this, insta ban. Do an IP ban, I don't care. Sorry, I had to vent a little bit because it is happening in almost every casual competitive games these days, where casual gamers have no place anymore because the sweats get sick of playing other sweats, and then they use the casual modes in order to, I don't know, get a little bit of fun at least. What they don't know is that they're ruining the fun for the people who are not sweats, and it's just a vicious cycle of nobody's having fun at some point. Last exam scores are for nothing. They wouldn't see it or use it for anything. To get accepted into uni, they only need the 1 to 5th semester. The 6th doesn't matter. Oh, that is the opposite in Germany. In Germany, the last 4 semesters count. So the scores that you need for uni, or the classes that you need for uni, are like 11, 12, and 13, or just 11 and 12, depending on which state you live in. In my state, it was 11, 12, and 13. So in total, those are like 3 years or 6 semesters. And the first 2 semesters of those 6 semesters are basically for like orientation. This is when the curriculum basically gets to the next level, and they give the students in Germany basically 2 semesters to get familiar with the intensity and with the level of the subjects and whatnot, right? Basically get accumulated properly. So the first 2 semesters don't count. And then shit hits the fan. Like, the last 4 semesters will be used for uni acceptance. There's like an average score that is being determined by all the points that you have, or the grades that you have, plus the final exams. The final exams are very crucial in Germany, which is kind of a bad system, because I knew somebody, for example, who was an A student her entire life, literally from kindergarten onwards. She was an A student, always has been an A student, was a little bit jittery and nervous during final exams, kind of bombed the final exams, and went to a 2 average. So imagine 13 years of your life, 13 years and 364 days, A student, and then the final exams come around, you're too nervous, you did not sleep enough. I don't exactly know what happened to her, but she was definitely just too nervous, right? Maybe she studied too much. That can happen as well, right? Sometimes information just doesn't get in your brain anymore. I don't know what happened. Bottom line is she bombed the final 3 exams. It's just 3 exams, the final 3 exams. And that put her grade down like so much, or affected her grades negatively so much, that she got to, instead of an A average, she went to a B average. Which was still good. Like, it is still good to have a B average. Abitur, which is what we call our final certificate that you get from the school, right? But still, it is just too much emphasis, in my opinion, on those 3 exams. And I'm the one who profited from it, because I upped my grades, my average, with the final exams, because I did exceptionally well. So I was someone who benefited from that system, and I can still say that system sucks. My art isn't arting, and I'm actually losing my mind, so I'm gonna stop drawing. Yeah, like, Cloudy, come on. Drawing is supposed to be fun, especially if you do something for me, right? If you draw something for me, and if it's stressing you out, then don't do it, please. You're just supposed to focus on fun, okay? Please don't stop drawing. Beansy, artists are unstoppable. You can draw anything you can possibly imagine. Julie just wants you to draw my character with armpit hair. Let's be real. Hey, did you not hear my joke, everyone? There we go. There we go. Thank you. Sometimes the crowd is asleep in the background. Let's bring back secrets. It will stay with me forever. Everyone who joined the stream afterwards, like tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, we will never mention that again. This will stay our own little insider joke. What else do I have on my soundboard? I've added so many sounds, and still I'm only using those 2. Gunshots, Dexter, Undertaker, Yoda's death sound. That is a very good sound. What is brother? Oh, it's brother ooh. Brother ooh. Brother ooh. Armpit hair? Brother ooh. I'll draw him with extra arm hair and in a maid outfit. If I have the device to draw digitally, I would make a living by saying corn drawing. What? Holy shit, Julie. I did not know you were into stuff like that. But go for it. I think there's a huge demand for NSFW. What is the abbreviation? Not safe for work. NSFW. NSFW work. 100%, especially in a VTuber community. And especially if you... I don't want to push you in a direction, but if you focus on men. Because I think, personally thinking, there is a huge huge market to be grabbed by focusing on male VTubers. And you might argue, wait, there's not a lot of VTubers, male VTubers, so you will not have a lot of customers. I think that is wrong. I think at this point in 2026, there is more than enough male VTubers to focus on. And there is, once again, there is not a lot of art for them. There is not. I know personally like 3 people that focus on male art. And when I say by focus, I say that they are doing male art also. Mainly female VTuber arts, which is smart because it's 90% of the VTuber community is female. So like focusing on that if you're an artist makes a lot of sense. But if you would add to your portfolio male stuff as well, I think that is easy money. Seriously, I'm constantly looking for male art or male VTuber assets. There is not a lot of stuff out there, unfortunately. I'm legal and I never felt so free to use my free will. I totally support you with that, Julie. It's not even surprising because I think a lot of the hentai artists and whatnot, and the ones who do like erotic type of illustrations and whatnot, a lot of them, you will be surprised, a lot of them are women. I think it makes a lot of sense as well, because the ones who draw the female body the best are women. Like there's no better person to draw the female body better than a woman. NFSW means never safe from Waluigi. Oh, Mario. Wacom tablets aren't pricey, and clip art and some other programs, I can crack it for you. Croakley. I don't have another sound. We do not condone cracking. I have to say this officially, right? Wink, wink, wink. You should never crack your programs. That is not good at all, right? Can I have some standing ovation for all the developers out there who sell their stuff? Okay, go get that money. Don't steal from devs. Wink, wink. I like supporting the good cause. Yeah, I think nowadays in 2026, I think there is some very like budget options if you want to get into whatever hobby you want. Not only are there a million tutorials out there as well. I don't know if you noticed, but knowledge is starting to get kind of like democratized or socialized. I don't know how to call it, but knowledge is going to be more and more and more and more accessible to a point where if you want to learn how to do plumbing, you can do that just by watching a bunch of YouTube videos. Is it going to be as good as having like an actual apprenticeship and a mentor showing you things firsthand? No. But can you get to a level where you can fix your own shit? Probably yes. I'm crying because why must I be here? Why they talk about corn art? We're not talking about corn art. This is still a safe space, right? For minors. I'm not saying if you're a minor, do corn. But if you, I mean, Julie is old enough, so if she wants to do corn art, she should be doing corn art. I'm not showing anything, and I'm not pushing anyone to do it, right? Unless you feel uncomfortable, like if this is an uncomfortable conversation, then I might have to change probably like the streams in the future to like 18 plus on Sundays at least. I always say like my stream or my channel is not family friendly, but it's also not really 18 plus, right? I don't feel like I'm an 18 plus creator, but maybe I should rethink that. I don't know. Maybe it's just a different culture. I don't know. I think talking about stuff like this should be normal. I'm a very fast learner. That's why God didn't let me buy one. I would just jump free into hell. That is a very funny perspective to have. You are so good at things and learning stuff in a fast way that this is the reason why you don't have a tablet right now. But you can start on paper, Julie, and then slowly just save up for that. I should just not say jokes anymore because it's hard for you to tell. Okay, I didn't know it was a joke, but to be fair, I'm German and we don't really have very good humor. That's just it. See? This is why I have a soundboard. Because I don't really have a lot inside of me to crack jokes. There's a funny interview with Christoph Waltz and Conan O'Brien. And Conan O'Brien asked him, hey, what's like the difference between Austrians and Germans? And Conan says, because some people say that the Germans don't have a sense of humor. So then Christoph Waltz responds with, oh, that is not a stereotype. That's facts. Which is not true. We do have a sense of humor. Germans have a sense of humor. It's just a bit more direct, I would say. Don't change it. I'll just stop bringing up my dream job. Okay. No, you can. Hey, it is not. An 18 plus tag is usually when you're discussing actual sexual stuff. Like we don't really. If you say your job is to be a corn star, that is not really sexual stuff unless you start showing us images and what exactly you want to film and in what angles and in which positions. Then it starts to get very sexual, right? But if you just simply state the fact, hey, I'm currently saving up, I want to become an illustrator, full-time illustrator, and I want to start drawing also nudity, right? I don't think that is enough to deserve an 18 plus tag, right? Correct me if I might be wrong here. Maybe I should like reread the TOS, but I think if you just say, hey, I would love to be an illustrator full time, but also I would love to do NSFW. I hate that abbreviation. NSFW artwork. I don't think that is a very sexual thing to say. German sense of humor is on another level, like on a god level. Oh, thank you. Only people with high intelligence allowed to laugh. True. That is very true. I'm just gonna say that in the future. It's not like we don't have a sense of humor, it's just our humor is so advanced. So incredibly advanced that only smart people can understand it. Magnificent. Hey Jinyo, remember when you said we can give recommendations for games to play? Yes, you can always give me recommendations. Just like Julie did last week. She said, are you going to play horror games again? And I did yesterday. Julie, that was just for you. I'm joking. Before anyone was like, what about me? What about me? I meant to plan and play a game anyways, okay? I don't have any favorites here in our community. That is not true. The one who spends the most money on a channel is my favorite. Dandy's World? What the hell is that? Dandy's World. That looks cute. What is that? Dandy's World. Is it a Roblox game? Oh, it's a Roblox game. Yeah, at some point we need to play Roblox. I missed the stream. No, it's fine. It's This is the beauty of live streaming on YouTube. The VODs will be stored forever, so you can start watching it whenever you feel like it, whenever you have the time. That is not the case on Twitch, unfortunately, because on Twitch sometimes the VODs just disappear. It's technically a horror game, so best of both worlds. Yeah, at some point I decided not to sleep tonight. That is not good. I feel bad, Julia. Hopefully you don't stay awake for the stream. Please. I'm a huge advocate for sleep. And if you have an exam later, like, I really feel like you should go to sleep. Don't worry about the streams. If you worry about the stream, don't worry about it. We'll be here next week. We have official schedules now. I have like a flow. I have a routine now. I feel very comfortable with just doing content now. I'm still a little bit shaky on the question as to what type of content, but we have dedicated days for everything now. If you play it, you should let me join so I can teach you. Hakim, hi, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing? I caught 2 or more clips-worthy moments in yesterday's stream. I'll get cooking this week. That is awesome, Icathian. Dude! I'm honored. If people are doing clips for me, that is pretty cool. I love you, man. Thank you! Wait, have we met before? Have we talked to each other before? Maybe in like a comment section? Thank you, really appreciate it. I really appreciate it, Hakim. Where are you from? Nah? Okay. That's the first time then. Awesome. Awesome. This is why I also stream on YouTube. We do multi-streams on Twitch and YouTube, but this is the exact reason. Guyana. Guyana? Where's that? Country in South America? Cool! Dude, I think we have a person almost from every South American country now. Which is insane. That is awesome. How did you even find the channel? Really cool. Hope you're doing great. I'm from Germany, by the way, Hakim. The majority of our community is from North America. So your neighbors, basically. So the majority is from North America. But we also have a bunch of people from Europe. Or even from Southeast Asia. Like, our community is worldwide. It's just a little bit difficult with like time zones and whatnot. That's a very good idea. 2 years ago, I slept for 1 to 2 hours and passed the driving exam anyways. I didn't even hit an old lady. I'll have coffee, breakfast, and start choosing answers randomly. Sounds like a good day. Wait, are your exams multiple choice? You are very smart? Stop it! Come on, don't give me compliments like that. Otherwise, my ego will inflate, and then at some point, I will not talk to anyone anymore. Right? I will not talk to you, Hakim, anymore. If you give me more compliments, my ego will be so inflated that I'll think that I'm better than everyone else. That is an obvious joke. No, that isn't a joke. That is a joke. I do stupid jokes over here because I'm doing this in front of a live audience. They're all behind me, behind the desk, beneath the desk, holding the tiger right now, just like our intern. No, I'm just joking. I'm just very happy when people enjoy my streams and enjoy my content. And the reason why I even started doing this in English is exactly because of people like you, Hakim. Because I can communicate with people from South America. I can communicate with people from Indonesia. I can communicate with people from Canada, North America, Romania, Poland. That is the beauty of having an English channel, even though I live in Germany. It would be much smarter doing German streams, but I am not smart. Do you watch anime? Yes! Uncle is so smart. Let's start praising him more. Do you really want to inflate my ego? Do you really want to do that? We're going global. Hell yeah! Do I have a hell yeah sound effect? No, that was not hell yeah. That was not hell yeah. I have fire! Worldwide! That doesn't really fit, but it doesn't matter. Uncle is so handsome and smart and peak. Oh no, stop it. Stop it. Hey, you know, do you want me to look even smarter? It scared me when you said that name, because that's the name of someone I know IRL. I have those moments as well sometimes. Sometimes when people join my streams and they sound exactly like people I know IRL, I'm like, are they spying on me? Do they know my real identity? It's like a true Spider-Man Peter Parker moment. Like sometimes I fear people that I know IRL actually know who I am. So it's really tough being Spider-Man. Okay, people want me to look a little bit smarter. There we go. Does this make me look cooler or smarter? This is the face I make when I see boobas on my screen, on my phone. Oh man. Also, to your question, hey, do you like anime? I reply with Kakaroto. This is from Dragon Ball, if people don't know. Yeah, I grew up with anime, and I haven't stopped watching them ever since. Which anime do you watch, Hakim? What is everyone currently watching? Please tell me. I should low-key make myself something to eat, because it's past lunchtime and I didn't even eat breakfast, so you should eat. Yeah, eating is very important. Not as important as drinking, but you should, yeah, don't stay hungry, right? We live in a privileged world, I would say. Most of us, I would say. Not everyone, but most of us live in a world where we can eat whenever we want and drink whenever we want. Don't take that for granted, because life can switch up on us just like that, and then maybe food will be a scarcity, or drinks and water, so never really take that for granted. I probably sound like your mom right now, but it is true. Stop, you're like making me laugh. This is exactly what I'm supposed to do, right? I'm an entertainer, after all, sometimes. You know, it's a stark contrast between watching Indonesian streamers and then I found you. The quality is different, the topic, the way you speak, everything. I mean, isn't that how it's supposed to be? Because I'm from like a different culture, right? From a different background. Also, I think what really maybe is a positive for a lot of you, which I never really saw as a positive, is that I'm a little bit older than the average streamer, right? I'm in my 30s already, so I can give a little bit of advice, I hope, that help people, that help younger people. And maybe that is also why people enjoy my streams more than like other streams, because I'm not super highly like energetic, I'm not screaming into the mic, I'm just Unk playing games and sometimes reacting to videos. That's what I do. That's what I do. And if I can help one of you with the stuff that I went through in my life, then that's even better, right? That is the whole point of being an elder. Not that I'm old, but I'm definitely a fossil when it comes to internet. Once you're past 25, I would say, on the internet, you're considered to be an elder. Like a grandpa. You should sign up for a retirement home if you hit 25 and you are still on Twitter or on the internet or on Twitch. I continued with, you pulled a streamer in Honkai Star Rail? There are streamers in Honkai Star Rail. Also happy Sunday, Double Chocolate Chip, welcome. Demon Slayer. Hakim is watching Demon Slayer. That's it? Only Demon Slayer? Please tell me you watched more stuff, and you're currently watching more stuff. But Demon Slayer is supposed to be very, very good. I only watched the first 2 episodes of Demon Slayer, and then I kind of stopped. Not because it was bad, but because I watched Demon Slayer, and I always tell the story. But I have to tell it again, because I'm old, and old people retell stories. Oh, My Hero, you watched that as well. Okay, cool. I watched Demon Slayer right after I finished the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen, like a couple of years ago. And the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen, also the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen, was so good. It was so fast-paced. It was so action-based. I was blown. It blew my mind, right? And then I started watching Demon Slayer, and I don't know, my brain was like, this is slower than Jujutsu Kaisen, so don't watch it. Not that it was bad, I'm just saying that it was slower than Jujutsu Kaisen, and I think the timing was just bad. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, I'm not watching much anime anymore though. Why is that, Croakley? Will you do a face reveal? One day, I will for sure do one. Now, the face reveal that I will be doing might be for a good reason or a bad reason. I could do a goodbye everyone face reveal in 5 years where we just close the channel together. I do a face reveal. We go our separate ways, everyone. Or it could be a good one. It could be in 5 years we reach 1 million subscribers and I tell you, yo, thank you for 1 million subscribers. Here's my face reveal. Or my camera malfunctions and the software that I'm using, Vtuber Studios, doxing me. And that could also lead to a face reveal. Oh yeah, we used to have a face reveal command. Like I need to redo all of my commands as well. Like nothing works anymore. We don't have a schedule command anymore. I'm gonna write that down. I barely fixed one thing and I add 3 more to my list. Let me just write that down. Commands. It's just so much maintenance if you constantly restructure your channel. I will miss you, bro. There is plenty fish in the sea. I'm not planning on stopping to stream. Don't worry about it. But we also live in a day and time where, fortunately for you, the viewer, unfortunately for me, as a streamer who tries to compete, there is millions upon millions of good content creators out there. So nobody will ever get bored. In fact, I think we have created so much content as humanity that if we would cease to exist tomorrow, right? Let's just say the current conflicts in the world are increasing and everyone's just nuking each other. Everyone just throws out their nuclear weapons, and there's no more humans and just cats. Cats or cockroaches are left to watch what we have left behind. I think they have probably 2,000 years worth of video content on YouTube alone. I think like every single day, imagine every single day there is millions upon hours of content being uploaded. Wait, let me just Google that. It's facts, I swear. How many hours of content are being uploaded on YouTube daily? Approximately 720,000 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube daily. This volume equals 30,000 hours of content added every hour, driven by users uploading roughly 500 hours of video every single minute. That might even be outdated at this point. Wait, some estimates from 2012 suggest that around 518,000 hours are added daily. Crazy. The uploaded content compromises 28% entertainment, 20% music, 90% how-to education, and 15% gaming. Crazy. I'm gonna go for now because I'm making myself food, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, have a nice lunch. Have a nice lunch. It's only me. No, it's not. It might be only you on YouTube left, but on Twitch we have another squad. It's like different people. It's like Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I'm multi-streaming. So if you have Twitch, Hakim, or you prefer Twitch, you can just jump over. You can jump ships. Let me see what... Oh, there's a video that I can show you that perfectly describes what a lot of us are going through mentally. Wait a sec, I need to mute the music for a second. Just look at this. The state of the world and me. That is very accurate. If you think about it, I'm also kind of doing the same thing. With me just being a VTuber, can I talk now? You can always talk. Unless it's about politics. No politics here! You can always talk. Like, seriously, you can always talk. I'm not watching much because I don't feel like it. Okay. I'm generally starting to play games, watching things less and less. I didn't play any games much for months until yesterday. The walking trade is a great game. What is the walking trade game? I think every one of us goes through those moments where you just stop playing games for a while, right? Or you stop watching movies, or you only watch certain type of movies that you already watched before, or shows that you already watched before, right? Those is what we call comfort shows. So sometimes if you're not feeling right, you just go back to the same ass shows that you watched and many times. One of those shows for me, for example, is Scrubs. Scrubs is one of my comfort shows. I cannot get enough of it. Like, if I'm not feeling that well, I'm just gonna watch Scrubs. Or, when it comes to the movies, Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan movies. Jackie Chan is just my comfort actor. If I'm sick, if I'm ill, I'm usually watching Jackie Chan. Because I watched the movie so many times that I can just close my eyes. Wait, you don't see that because I have my glasses on. Wait. I can close my eyes and just listen to the movie and I know what is happening. I can basically listen to Jackie Chan movies just like a podcast. You are 12? Hakim, you should have not said that because my stream is 13 plus. So we need to time you out. You need to come back when you're 13, Hakim. I'm so sorry. I don't even know how to time people out. I'm gonna have to time you out, okay? I'm not gonna ban you. But you need to make sure that if you type actively again, I have to ban you from my channel because streaming in general or chats in general are for 13 plus, okay? 13 and upwards. That's just legally. So I'm gonna time you out, and I just hope that I'll not see your name again until you're at the very least 13. But if you do, then well, I'm legally obligated to ban you. Wait, Hakim was banned from the channel? Who banned him? I clicked on timeout. Okay, maybe it's better that way. I clicked on timeout and it banned him. Yeah, I hope Hakim, I don't know if Hakim can still watch the stream. No hard feelings, but you're too young. You're too young to be chatting, okay? You can still enjoy my videos, I think. But yeah, for the live chat, to even have an account, you gotta be officially 13 plus. right? It might be even worse in your country. Like, it might even be 16 plus. Yeah, me too. How is it that you can still write? Hakim, did you listen to what I just said? What is going on? Okay. We got a nuke Hakim. I'm sorry, Hakim. It is what it is. It is law. That is why, you know, this is also why a lot of streamers have the rule in their stream chats to not state your age. Not only is it not safe to state your age, because there's a lot of predators out there, right? And they're just looking for minors, right? So that is not, it's not safe for you. And number two, most social media platforms like YouTube, Twitch, have like a 13 plus rule to create an account. Twitch, for example, is 13 plus. So you need to be at the very least 13 years old to create a Twitch account. So stating that you are 12 means that you created an account against Twitch TOS, and then it's up to me to ban you. So, I'm sorry, Hakim, this is nothing personal. Once again, nothing personal, nothing against you. I'm sad that I had to do it, but it's for your own good. Apocalyptic store management game. You kill zombies, seek items and trash, and sell them to people. Order poor employees around and scam people. A lot of indie games have the same type of system, right? Krogly. I think that has been definitely a trend in the last couple of years, where it's like cookie clicker. It's the cookie clicker principle. Yesterday, the horror game that we played yesterday had exactly the same type of like system. You collect stuff, you sell stuff, you upgrade something, and then because of the upgrade, you can collect even more stuff that sells for more, and then you can upgrade again. It's just a lot of the indie games in the last, I would say, like 3 years or so, all have the same type of upgrade or a gaming loop. It was a trend, but they made it in a funny way. That's why. I mean, it's still funny. It's still fun to play. I'm just saying that the gameplay loop is very similar. Why did I call you Jinyo? Because that's my name. Now I'm confused. Shouldn't you call me Jinyo? Question mark. I'm playing it. I mean, that is also something I wanted to discuss. Next week, we have a free schedule for games. We don't have a main game anymore. We finished Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is light, is what we finished on Thursday with a 6-hour stream. Why did my comment go? I don't know. Might have been auto moderator. Where did my comment go? I don't know. I ate it. What else do I have here? I haven't used the I haven't used my item folder in a long time. You know, I have only like a small stream deck and it has 15 buttons, and because of that I have to bury everything in folders, and I totally forgot that I have this entire item folder with lots of funny things. Like, wait. Microphone arm. Yo, mic check 1 2 1 2. Handy arm. That's a different handy arm. Doesn't belong to this. Oh, I have two. I'm a TikTok kid. Hey, I'm a TikTok. I'm Gen Alpha. I'm scrolling, doom scrolling on two phones at the same time. What else do I have? Cat ears. But we need to replace those with tiger ears soon. I can do different eye colors. I can remove my ears. Look at this. No more ears. Cannot hear you anymore. Yeah, I need to redo and rework a lot of the things. Unfortunately. Or I need a second Stream Deck. I'm not joking. How much does a Stream Deck go for? Because I bought mine like 3 years ago. And it was like on Black Friday. I think I paid like 80 bucks or 90 bucks. They should be much cheaper now, right? Stream Deck. 169 euros? What? I did not pay 170 euros for my Stream Deck. Pretty sure I bought it for like 80. That is very, very expensive. But I guess the price stayed the same because the demand is still there, right? It's supply and demand, and there's streamers popping up every second, so there's no reason for them to reduce the price. But I thought it would be much cheaper nowadays because I bought mine like 3 years ago. Will Jinyo 1.25 or 2.0 still have red eyes? I'd say keep the red eyes because the contrast is nice with everything else. I'm still thinking about changing the eyes slightly, but not with 1.25. When we're going to do a change, it's probably going to be with 2.0. But I'm not going to do the typical blue eyes for White Tiger, because if we're designing it closer to a White Tiger, right? Technically, I should be doing a blue eyes, but I think blue eyes with white hair and like a pale face, right? It's gonna look very, what is it called? Recessive? What is the opposite of dominant? The contrast will not be good. Like it will make things look very weak. If you're too bored, there's a game named The Morgue Shift on Roblox. You'll work to treat dead bodies like how Indonesians do. Crazy. I had a friend who did in Germany, and in 12th grade you have to do a internship, right? Every 12th grader has to do an internship. It's usually to understand the importance of your location for business. Then you have to do an analysis, and location analysis. In German it's called Standortanalyse. So you just have to pick a company, ask them if you can do an internship in that company, and then you have to assess after your internship is done, after 2 weeks. You have to assess how important is this location for this business, because there's some businesses where the location is irrelevant, and there's some locations where the location is a make or break, right? For example, like a fast food chain. If you have a fast food chain in the middle of nowhere, you will probably not get a lot of customers, right? If you have it next to the highway or next to like the main roads, then you will get a lot of customers just going in and out of town, right? So what was my point? Why did I start talking about that? Oh yeah, I had a friend who did an internship at the graveyard. So 2 weeks just dealing with dead people, because that is also a very, very important job, right? But I couldn't do it. I don't think I could do it, which is ironic, because I did strive to become a surgeon at some point in my life, but I can see dead bodies, don't get me wrong, but constantly having to deal with like families grieving and whatnot, I don't know how do you do that psychologically. Recessive, according to biology. Yes, I think if we're going to change the eye color, right? I'm a huge fan of white hair and red eyes, right? All of my favorite characters in anime usually have white hair and red eyes, or very like a variant of red. But I could see myself doing like a bright orange. I love red, don't get me wrong, but white and red eyes is more like vampire, I feel like. Maybe Jinyo 2.0 is a tiger vampire. Like, I'm back to a point, back to a situation where I could see myself completely detached from the original plan that we have for Jinyo, right? If we have to create a new type of lore or anything like that, I'm open for that. Like, I'm not stuck on this one idea, because I think it's also part of the creation process to be like, okay, let's just reinvent ourselves. So maybe we're gonna be a because every VTuber has like this weird combination, right? Every VTuber has like a funny type of combination. Like Shy Lily is like an orc cat, right? She's an orca and a cat, I think. So maybe we'll be like a vampire white tiger, so we can keep the red eyes. No, I'm like, as I said earlier in today's stream, Icathian, let's just cross that bridge when we are close to it, right? Right now we are very, very far away from that bridge. It's a repetitive game, but there are Indonesian cultures in there. It will show you how the ghosts hunt us. Ghosts are not just in Indonesia, but I think the ghost stuff is very prominent in all of Asia, right? Most of the greatest ghost movies come from Asia, right? So the thoughts of ghosts and demons and whatnot is, I think, a little bit more prevalent in those areas. White hair and red eyes. I love that combination as well. But as you can see with our little tiger friend over here, which doesn't have a name yet, we're gonna do a stream next week where we just try and take care of his name. I'm just glad that it's working and the TTS is working. But as you can see, the blue eyes, they are kind of, it's not very dominant, right? If he would have had huge ass orange, bright orange eyes or bright red eyes, I think you would have focused a little bit more on him than on me. Because red is like an alert color. It's just based on evolution. The color red alerts us. Scientists think it's because of blood. You know, when we see blood, that is basically telling our brain danger, danger, danger. And that is why red colors or like red adjacent colors grab our attention more than other colors, which I think makes a lot of sense. So what was my point? There was a certified ADHD moment. I lost the plot. I forgot what I wanted to say. Bodies, I wanted to be a coroner for some time. I was in biology high school for 1 year. That's the beauty of life, Croakley. I think when you go through life, there will be so many things that are appealing to you, and then you try something, and then you either notice it's not for you, or maybe it is for you, but you still don't want to do it. It's the beauty of life, and that is why I always try and encourage people to just pursue what they want to do. Because there is a chance that they actually get to do what they want to do, and it turns out that they don't want to do it, right? This is why I'm also a little bit salty still as an old man. I'm still salty that I never got into med school, because there could have been a possibility, right? Where I got into med school and then I realized, oh shit, I'm actually not really interested in becoming a surgeon. I don't think that would have been the case, but I'm just saying that I never even got the chance to get this experience, right? Go for it. Whatever you have in mind, go for it. Life is way too short. Not every one of us will reach the average age. I think a lot of people operate in a sense where they think, oh, average age of a male is like 74 or whatever, right? So I still have plenty of time. You can drop dead before you are 30, okay? I'm not saying don't risk everything, go all in. I'm not saying that either. But I feel like if there's something you feel like you're meant to do, there's a huge difference, right? When there's a calling inside of you, when there's a certain type of passion and your gut feeling and everything in your all of your cells are telling you to do this particular thing, right? Then go for it. I'm mentioning this because yesterday we talked a little bit about adversities for streaming and What do you do if people tell you not to do the thing that you're passionate about? It really depends. The situation it really depends on who is telling you this, where are you in life when people are telling you this, right? Are you risking everything? Like, are you harming people by doing that, right? So, for example, if you are 18 years old and you want to become a corn artist, right? Just a random example that I picked that has nothing to do with Julie or anything like that. But let me just say, you just turned 18, you want to go all in with corn artistry, right? You want to become the next hentai artist or whatever, the next big hentai artist. And your parents are telling you, don't do it, right? But you're feeling a calling, like you're very talented, you can draw properly. Everyone that has seen your drawings are telling you, man, this is awesome. You should take commissions for it. You should totally go to art school for it, right? But your parents are telling you, you should learn something proper, right? Why don't you just become a doctor, right? That is different to just not listen to your parents and go for it, right? It is different from someone who is 41, has 3 kids, which all rely on their salary, right? Has a wife, a stay-at-home wife, let me just say it like that. A very simple example. It doesn't even have to be a stay-at-home wife, can also be a career wife, right? Both have a job, but the money's still tight because they have 3 kids, they have a mortgage to pay. And now the man is saying, yo, I want to stop working for 2 years because I want to do this very risky stuff like music, right? That is different. When your wife then tells you we cannot afford this, right? You cannot really then say, but it's my passion, so I don't care about that. So I cannot really give general advice when it comes to that because it really depends on your personal situation. Could you be actively harming someone by pursuing your passion? And you might also argue, well, I'm harming myself, but not by not pursuing it. That is also true. But there are also like differences, right? There is different weight classes, so to speak, when it comes to that. So in general, I would say, please follow your passion because life is way too short. We got the lottery ticket already by being born in this time and age, because you could have been born in 1936 Germany, right? Life would have been a lot different. We got this ticket where we were born in a world that was somewhat, and I say somewhat, safe and at peace. Somewhat. Obviously there's still shit going on everywhere, but it was a somewhat stable situation, as stable as the world can be, right? We live in a day and age where we are globally connected, and dumbass like me from Germany can connect and talk to people from all over the world, right? So we already got the jackpot, and you might even be healthy. You don't know how much you already won in life by just adding up those things. Being born in a time and age where there is somewhat of stability, being healthy, maybe even, I'm not joking, I hope I don't sound sexist, but if you're a man, that's even more, like that's even better, right? Because we do live in a patriarchic system. I don't know the word in English. The system, and you're definitely better off being a man. Also don't have to like deal with the burdens and the torture and the pain that is a birth. And Shark Week. You know what I mean. So what I'm trying to say is life is very short. We get to dance on this planet for a couple of years, a couple of decades if we get lucky, and then we go back into non-existence, or maybe heaven, whatever you want to believe in, right? Maybe even hell. Some of you definitely get in hell. I'm joking. And to me, it would just be a waste to not try and pursue the things that you think you were born for. There's a once in a lifetime chance to just play this game of life, and this is just personal, right? This is just me. I think it would be very sad to not really try and fulfill what you think you were born to do. Because what is the meaning of life at the end of the day? It is to give your life a meaning. And if you think your meaning is to create music, or to help people, to be like a therapist, or a doctor, or clean the cities like a garbage man, right? Or garbage woman. Just do plumbing so every city stays sanitary and whatnot, right? If you truly think that there is something calling inside of you, you should pursue it. If you are in a situation like I explained, right, where you are 42, doesn't matter, like the age doesn't matter, I'm just taking an example here. You could be 38, 28 with 2 kids and a wife, right? And you still want to pursue your passion, I will never tell you that it is too late. It is not too late to be happy, never too late to be happy, but you would have to maneuver in a different way, right? An 18-year-old can just go for it. Someone who has a wife, 2 kids, that needs to go to college or whatever, they can still pursue it, but their battle plan, the way they approach it, is going to be different, because they would probably have to save up a little bit, like do like a little bit of a side hustle, and then maybe start their, let me just say as an example, they want to be a tech YouTuber or whatever, right? So they might have to do it at 4 a.m. in the morning before everyone wakes up to record 1 hour, and then edit when they come back from work, do all the chores, eat with the family, maybe fix some stuff in the house, maybe, you know, do the deeds, the obligations as a husband with his wife, if you know what I mean. And then he might have 30 minutes left to edit his footage that he recorded before. So I'm still gonna say there is still a chance for that particular person that I just mentioned to create a very successful YouTube career or content creator career. But it's gonna be, obviously it's gonna be different, and I also don't have to tell you anything, because you know that the older you get, the harder it will be. That's just normal biology, or normal, not biology, just normal math, I would say. Because as an 18-year-old or even a 16-year-old, the people who are now like 28 and industry veterans, they started when they were like 14, doing Minecraft videos or Roblox videos, right? There are some 25-year-olds who have been in the industry for 10 years, and they started when they were like 15. Speed, for example. I show Speed, biggest YouTuber right now, right? Apart from Mr. Beast, maybe. He started when he was like 14, 15, and he's now 21, I believe. So he's doing this for 6 years already. Most of his teenage life, most of his early adolescent life, adult life. So he had less obligations or less responsibilities than when he would have, let's just say like 10 years later, he would have started at like 28 or so, right? Or 27 or 26. Life is just different. But it should not, once again, it should not be a, what is the word? Something that kills your goals. Not a restriction. There's a specific word that I'm missing right now. It should not be that for you, right? Just because something is a little bit harder doesn't mean it should be the end of it, right? It just means that you will walk a little bit slower, right? Some people will start their journey on sand, walking or running on sand, and others will start on concrete. That doesn't mean that you can end up in the same spot. Whatever you do, do it for yourself. True. If it doesn't cause harm to yourself and others, give it a chance. True. 100%. I'm vanishing. Bye-bye. Alright. Bye-bye, Crockley. Have a good night. just go for it. You will regret it. This is what I meant. Like at some point, you will get to a point where you just settle down a little bit, right? Time will slow down a little bit, and then you will think back and you will be like, damn, why did I? In hindsight, I had so much time when I was 21. In hindsight, I had so much time when I was 18. In hindsight, I had so much more time when I was 25. In hindsight, I had so much more time when I was 35. In hindsight, I had so much more time when I was 42, right? And now I'm 56. And I'm like, I don't have the energy to do it. Or maybe the free time that I have, I'm spending with my grandchildren. or whatever, right? Like, there is no perfect time to start. The perfect... What is that phrase? There's like a Chinese proverb. The perfect time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. It's like, you cannot go back in time. Like, if I had all the knowledge that I have right now, I can almost guarantee you, without sounding like a scumbag or like what is the word? Without sounding like I have a huge ego, right? But I can guarantee you, with the knowledge base I have right now, if I could turn back time, go back to when I started doing Twitch, I would have done things vastly differently, right? And I can guarantee you that I would be a much, much more successful content creator than I am right now. But unfortunately, we cannot go back in time. And I had to learn the hard way. You make a lot of mistakes along the way. Would you stream in your 50s? Would I stream in my 50s? Definitely yes, because I'm pretty sure by the time I'm 50, there's going to be some cool ass new type of tech. I don't think that when I'm 50, we're gonna sit in front of a desktop or like do face tracking with an iPhone, right? When I'm in my 50s, I'm expecting to have like a holographic room, which is fully body tracked with 6 different cameras all around, so we can create like a 3D space as we go. And it's going to be so much more interactive. So hopefully, yes. Where we can even meet each other. Everyone's gonna have their holographic rooms, and then you could just come to my crib and just chill out with me in my living room. And we can play games together, take turns, watch movies. So what I do hope to be able to do still is to have some sort of hobby. I'm a huge technology fan, so I hope I'm not gonna ever be too old for tech, where I'm not able to understand it anymore, right? Because that is currently, I think, one of my biggest fears, where I get to a point where I'm like, I don't understand new tech. Like shit. Where I need some grandchildren or cousins or whatever, nephews, cousins, grandchildren, to explain stuff to me, like, Grandpa, this is not real. but I saw a person shooting at me. Grandpa, that's Call of Duty 26. It wasn't real. It wasn't a real bullet that hit you. But I felt it on my chest. Yeah, that's your pressure plate suit. I would love the old man's raspy voice. Not able to understand it anymore. Sounds so crazy. It does. It does. Eventually, I think it's unavoidable, especially since like technology is developing at such a fast rate. I think it is unavoidable that at some point there will be some tech that will just be too complicated for me. But not in my 50s. I'm more like in my 60s or 70s. There will probably be some tech that I'm just not like smart enough to understand anymore. It is the cycle of life. Excuse me, let me take a sip. Back to my tea. scary, you read it wrong. You read it wrong. Not able to understand it anymore. Sounds so scary. What part did I read wrong? Aging in general is kind of scary if you think about it. It is something beautiful, but at the same time it is also kind of scary because the closer you get, right? The older you get, the more prevalent or the more apparent your own mortality becomes, and it is kind of like it is a scary thought. I don't think I'll ever be able to handle it. People say you grow into it, you start to accept it. I still don't. I'm definitely not there yet, where I'll be like, okay, I'm happy that someday I'll just be 6 feet underground. I don't want to die. I really don't. You said crazy? Oh. See, it's already starting. My mind is deteriorating. Okay, is there something else I can show you? We only watched like 3 little things. 3 tiny little things on Twitter. Usually we watch more stuff. There's some outdated infos as well, like Highguard. That was like a free-to-play game that was up until that was just running for 4 months, and then it was cancelled. Or not cancelled as in people got mad at it, but it was just, you know, it did not get enough players, and then the studio was like, nope, we're just gonna close it down. I think, you know what I think is silly? Is that kind of like almost everyone is blaming this dude, Geoff Keighley, because he presented this game at his Game Awards. It had nothing to do with him, man. People say, oh, he brought attention to the game. Like, and? Like, what is the problem? If a game is shitty, it doesn't matter if, I don't know, Bill Gates promotes it. If a game is bad, a game is bad. I don't think the game died because Geoff Keighley promoted it at the Game Awards. The game died because this genre is just saturated as frick. And people, I don't know why developers keep pushing these games out. Nobody wants it. Like, we have Overwatch and we have Marvel Rivals, right? Market is saturated. Stop adding new hero shooters. People don't want that. Or maybe people do, but they're already occupied. They put a lot of time into all the other games, and they will not spend more time in a 3rd game or 4th game, right? The game that Riot is currently working on, what is it called? That's not Dead Space. That's something with Deadlock. Yeah, so there's Deadlock, there is Marvel Rivals, and there is Overwatch. This market is closed, okay? It is saturated. Stop creating games like that. Please, do yourself a favor, stop creating games like that. Not forever. If you have a unique idea, and Highguard kind of had like a unique spin, but I don't know, it wasn't unique enough. Just, if you want to break into the market, which I think is very, very difficult, it's like trying to be a VTuber, right? It's like there's lots of VTubers out there, so if you want to get into the VTubing scene, or maybe VTubing is not a good example because it's kind of like personal taste and subjective, right? I'm just saying, if you want to break into a saturated market, make sure you bring something unique, or unique enough that people would want to leave Marvel Rivals and Overwatch for your game. Yeah, so it is always, to me, it's always said when games die so fast, and people stop supporting it. I've been a part of many communities in the past of games that eventually died. One that really hurt me a lot was WildStar. I don't know if you ever heard of WildStar. You probably didn't because it's a dead game, but It was basically a hardcore MMORPG. Like, it was very challenging. Like, the boss fights were absolutely insane. It was a lot of fun because of that, because it was so challenging. We had multiple groups or multiple sessions where we just died to a freaking dungeon boss because it was so, not even a raid, just a dungeon boss, because it was so difficult. It was made by some ex-developers of World of Warcraft. And you saw the typical timeline. First, the game dropped for $60. Everyone jumped into it. After a week or 2 weeks, people got to max level, and there was no more like new content. So people got bored. Some people left. Majority of player base left. There were some people who stayed behind, right? Then it went free to play, and then it went into shutdown eventually. But it wasn't because it was a bad game. It's just because people were not patient enough with the game. They kind of got through the majority of content after like 2 weeks, and then there was no new content for like 3 or 4 months, which is a very, very, very long time. And then it kind of died. Some games have the potential, but I feel like they rush the release because they want to please investors, right? They rush the release. The player base loves the game or loves the first week of the game, and then there's no new content because they rush the release and there is no new content developed yet, and then they lose the momentum. There's so many games that lose momentum because of a release that was too soon. Another example of this was a game that we played last year, Rematch. Rematch dropped, had like 100k players or whatever, because it was a fun football game. And God, do we need a fun football game, because everyone is tired of eFootball and FIFA. We had the same as football game for 2 decades now. People are sick of it. So Rematch came around. I played Rematch. I fell in love with it immediately. Super fun game. 5v5. This plays like FIFA Street, right? This exactly plays like real football. I had so much fun playing it. What happened? No content. No content. No updates. Still buggy mess. People were upset about the bugs. There were exploits. People started exploiting. Server issues. Disconnects. 3 or 4 months it took them to change and fix some minor things. They lost like 80% of their player base by that time. And now that like there is still a player base that remains, but it's like 20%. They could have avoided that by just releasing a year later, right? Because the game just came out of nowhere, basically. They could have just waited another year. Or maybe they couldn't because they ran out of money. Maybe budget did not allow for them to wait another year. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't understand why developers keep doing that. Where they rather just rush out a release instead of just tanking another year. Maybe do a little bit of red numbers, right? But then release a more polished version which will sell more. They would rather just release the broken version and then fix it within a year with the risk of people getting upset and leaving. Look at Rockstar. Rockstar said, we need another year to polish the game. And then they did. And then a year later they said, we need another couple of months to polish the game. And then they did. Because they know for sure that they invested so much at this point that if they have a sloppy release, it could really, really hurt the company and the investors. It could really tank the company. If GTA 6 comes out and it's like a broken mess like Cyberpunk, for example, right? Where nothing works and the console has like major issues to a point where Sony had to release like refunds, which Sony never really does. But imagine that happens to GTA 6, most anticipated game. That will kill Rockstar. So they are taking their time because they are making sure that that doesn't happen, and that is also why I think we're gonna get probably the most polished GTA that we ever received in the past. Good. What else do we have? Speaking of GTA, XQC says he believes GTA 6 should cost $800. It's an $800 product. Wait, I gotta do it with XQC's voice. Dude, it is an $800 product. These days, you paid $60 or $80. You're getting fucking nothing. I cannot do his I cannot do an XQC impression. This shit is going to be 1,000 hours of content of high quality product for $100. That clears every other game by a margin of 20x minimum. I, to some degree, even agree with him. If GTA 6 is gonna stay as long as... Chet, that's crazy. Chet, that's insane. I don't agree with the pricing, right? I'm not saying, yeah, GTA 6 should be $800. However, if GTA 6 is going to run as long as GTA 5 will be, and GTA 5 came out in 2012? Definitely longer than 10 years at this point. And technically, you only had to pay $60 for it. So you basically got like 13 years of fun and updated stuff and updated content for $60. That's nothing. That is literally nothing. So I get what he's saying, that if GTA 6 is gonna stay for another 10 years, Rockstar can pretty much ask for $100, and I think that will be justified, because essentially what you are paying for is $10 per year. But $800, I don't really think so. $800 is not gonna be a justified price. What I think GTA 6 is gonna do this time around, which they didn't do with GTA 5, but I also think that GTA 6 is going to be somewhat the last GTA 6, at least for a long while. I think they're going and try to do paid DLCs this time around. They did paid DLCs in the past. They did it with GTA 4. They did not do it with GTA 5, which is very surprising, right? So I think they're gonna return to DLCs. GTA 6 will probably cost $99.99, which I think is a justifiable price. Yes, I do think it is a justifiable price if the game is going to run for 10 years. And I also think that GTA 6 will add some like $20 DLC upgrades every year or 2 years or so. And I still think that is justifiable. Because, and I say this with a caveat, right? If piece of shit products like FIFA can ask for $69.99 every single year, right? Then GTA can ask for 100. 100%. 100%. There's so many great games that came out that deserve a full price tag. And they didn't, like Expedition 33. I would have paid $69.99 for it. They did not ask for that. They did not ask for AAA pricing. Silksong, which I haven't played, but I've heard that the game definitely deserves a higher price tag. They still sold it for $99.99, which is nice. That game was like 6 years in development, or 7 years or 8 years, I don't know. So I feel like we should go back, or we should go to a time, or maybe introduce a time where we really put the price tag onto a game based on quality. So if GTA 6 is going to be as good as GTA 5, they definitely deserve the $100 price tag, right? I wish we could go to a space and time where we just create prices based on quality. Because then FIFA would be $10 at most. I think I even commented here, right? Did I? Pretty sure I left a comment. Okay, maybe not. I thought I left a comment. Also, if you're a student, I usually don't promote Apple products, right? Even though I use Apple products, but I'm also well aware that Apple products are very, very expensive in most cases. But Apple kind of decided to not to
all new Mac
to be nice for once. They are releasing a MacBook Neo for students in particular. Most affordable laptop ever, starting at $599, which is still a lot of money. Or it's $499 for students. That is still a lot of money, but not for Apple products. And this thing is 13-inch, has a 13-inch display, A18 Pro chip, which is absolutely amazing. 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is enough for study stuff, right? But nowadays in 2026, you probably want 16 at the very least. 256 or 512 gigabytes of storage, up to 16 hours battery life, and it comes in 4 colors. Available March 11th. That is in 3 days. That is insane. I don't think you can get a better laptop at that price. And I'm not being paid by Apple and Tim Cook, or Tim Apple as some people say, to say this, right? That is freaking cool. Also, the trailer looked amazing. Look at this. Whoever came up with this ad, just do it. Hello, Green Hollow. Yo to you as well. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hello, thank you so much for joining the Tigers. The den? The ambush. Welcome, where are you from, my friend? How are you, bruv? Doing pretty well. I'm getting a little bit tired, not gonna be honest, because it is almost, it is 12 a.m. in Germany. But how about yourself? How are you doing? Where are you from? I assume America, because most of our community members are from America. America, frig yeah. I'm chilling. That's nice. That's how what you're supposed to do on a Sunday, right? But this ad, this is just something I wanted to say, is insane. The person is basically explaining the features by slowly adding the components to the laptop. Really cool. North Africa, awesome. Dude, just a couple of hours ago, we had someone join from South America. I forgot the exact country's name. I'm so sorry, but our community is really international. We have someone on every single continent, which is awesome. Sorry for assuming you're American, but the majority of people who join our community are usually from the US. I'm from Germany, right? And we have, that is a good sign. You think so? I hope it is. I hope it is. I definitely think it's cool to talk to people from all over the world, and that is also the reason why I want to stream in English in the first place and not German. Good community if it's from I do agree with that. I do agree with that. It is always interesting when we talk about just some like regular stuff like school and whatnot, and I talk about how my school days were like, and then people from Poland tell me what their school days looked like, or Romania or America, and in a lot of senses, even though everyone has like a different daily life, we're still very similar, right? With what we want to achieve, what makes us happy, what makes us laugh. So it is awesome. I'm very proud of our community, our small, tiny, tight-knit community. The only thing that I hate about us being international are the time zones. That is the only thing that I hate, because it is the middle of the night for me. That kind of sucks. Other than that, I just enjoy talking to people from all over the world. Also, once again, the reason why I even started to do English content in the first place. We're currently going through a bunch of shit that I liked on Twitter. That is what we usually do on on Sunday, right, I'm also doing gaming. So I have ADHD, so we do a variety of things, right? During the week, we do reactions. We play games, and on the weekends we usually like do a mix of both, right? It's 12:08 for me as well. Wait, do I have the right time? What time is it again? Wait. Oh, it's 11. Yeah. Wait, we're 1 hour apart from each other. It is 11. I thought it was 12 a.m. already. It's 11. Just 11. So we have an hour left easily. So, what are you usually into, Green Hollow? I would say the majority of our community consists of just gaming lovers and also yap lovers. So we like to yap. Most of our community members love to yap about topics. Anime is also a thing. Time flies. It's 12 for me too. Time flies. It does. It does. Time flies when you're having fun. And our Sunday streams feel like maybe I should start them an hour earlier, because we barely go through the stuff that I like. We watched like 3 videos so far. I liked so many more things, like this freezer, this Toshiba freezer, which is called Freezer, based on Freezer. Someone finally did it. I'm looking for a stream to put in the background while doing a research. What research are you working on? That is nice. I think it's awesome that people think my voice is soothing enough for white noise, because I'm the same. When I'm working on stuff, I usually put on a podcast or a stream. So I have a little bit of white noise. I need that. I cannot use music. Because I pay attention too much to what is being, for example, rapped. I listen to a lot of rap, but when I'm working on something and I listen to rap, I start paying attention to the lyrics, and then I distract myself, which sucks. So podcasts are usually very safe for me. Streams not so much, because sometimes the streamer starts to talk about topics that I'm interested in, and then I focus too much on the voice of the streamer, and then I get distracted again. So I'm glad that people can use me for background noise. That is Resident Evil 9. What else did I like? Okay, that is Stormfall turning 28. The caption was really funny. She said, I outlived Highguard. which made me very laugh a lot. People are mean. I think we as gamers, we should not really celebrate games being shut down, because you also have to think about the behind the scenes stuff, right? That means that developers, like people that need to feed their families, lost their jobs, right? Not every game can succeed, obviously, but at the same time, I feel like we should not celebrate that. That always sucks. That means it just means that people are being laid off and they have to find a new job, or maybe some of them might lose their fucking house, right? Like it's just like, if they create a shitty game, that is what it's to be expected, right? I'm just saying. we should maybe not celebrate it. I'm writing a novel like starter project, and I want to be as close and as far as I want it to be realistic. ADHD brother, we are all the same. That is so true. I really want to know how many people on Twitch are neurodivergent. Not just the streamers. I think with the streamers, it's just very obvious, right? But with the viewers as well, I think there's like maybe I'm exaggerating, but I feel like it's probably like 40 or 50% of people on Twitch just having some type of neurodivergency. Because how else can you listen to a dude like me for 4 hours? Like, there must be something wrong with you. Am I right, people? Thank you. I just dissed myself. But you know what, Green Hollow? Icathian is also someone who writes stories, so we have 2 storytellers now, which is awesome. Technically, they don't lose their jobs if it's indie game. Possibly if it's a company, they have multiple projects. That is true. That is true, Green Hollow. Sometimes when it's a bigger studio, they just pull the people and put them into other projects, right? They close down or they cancel a project and then they tell the developers, hey, you worked enough on GTA 5, now start working on Red Dead Redemption. And if it's an indie project, sometimes they get paid for, like, in advance for certain things. That is also true. But there are also cases where people just, you know, like bigger studios where they're just laying off people. And they don't technically need to do that. The gaming industry is doing very, very well. I know people like to get the opposite impression because of what is going on online and the online discourse, but the gaming industry as a whole is doing numbers. They are doing a lot of revenue, right? And technically, if we would live in a fair world, they would not have to cut 10,000s of jobs. Some companies, for example, during COVID, made like triple their revenue, right? And in the same years, not in those years after COVID, because after COVID you understand that people just, you know, lay off people because the revenue shrunk by like 30%. But there were so many companies that had like a 40% revenue increase and still laid off like 1,000 people. Alright, what else do I have? Oh yeah, something that I should start thinking about. Maybe it's time to start viewbotting. I'm joking. But, however, the manager, Reed Duscher, voiced support for viewbotting, saying creators are disadvantaged without them. He is the person behind Night Media or something like that. And he is managing the biggest names in the industry. At some point he was even managing Mr. Beast. And the dude that is managing the biggest streamers and biggest content creators in the world is saying, hey, maybe if you're a small streamer, you should be viewbotting. Because if you're not viewbotting, you're at a disadvantage. Basically he's saying everyone is cheating, so you should be cheating. Otherwise you will be at a disadvantage. And I kind of get the principle behind it, right? It makes sense. If in a world of cheaters, you being the only one who doesn't cheat definitely puts you at a disadvantage, right? It makes a lot of sense. I'll do that. I will call you if I need you, Green Hollow. I might need you in the future, Green Hollow, because I am definitely, like, one of my big dreams for this channel is to create my own manga. Not an entire manga with multiple volumes and multiple chapters, okay? I'm not Ichiro Oda. I cannot afford that, but maybe just one chapter. Where's the TTS? Oh, did you not hear it? Did you not hear it? I definitely heard it. No? Okay, wait. TTS. Oh, sorry. I put the TTS into monitor only. Wait, let me put monitor and output. Sorry. Okay, it should work now. I mean, it worked before, but I was the only one that could hear it because I muted the output. So if you do TTS now, you should also be able to hear it. It's like that saying, right? In a world of blind people, you being the only one with sight, you will feel more stupid. Or it's not
Test 1 to 3.
It is working, see? I just noticed I'm a little kitten on the screen. I love it. You're not a kitten, okay? Green Hollow? You are a tiger cub. Please. Please, we are a community of tigers. And this is... Our community is an ambush. Because a bunch of adult tigers hunting together is called an ambush. I'm keeping the GGs, thank you. Oh yeah, I forgot that we probably need to... Tiger, sorry, no, that's fine. I'm just joking, okay? I don't take stuff too seriously, right? We are tiger cubs. Like, that is... that I wasn't lying to you, but I also at the same time don't take it personally, right? I forgot that we probably need to change the name of our channel rewards. They're currently still called GGs because I thought it was funny. But as many things on my channel, I think I sometimes think that I'm funnier than I actually am. Yeah, this is... Look at this. This was the Niji Sanji auditions opening post that I also saw, and this is why I thought, hey, maybe I should just apply, right? Maybe I should just do an audition for Niji Sanji. And then I saw the comments. Are you guys still like mean and stuff? I'ma use my e-boy voice and apply. I can't imagine how desperate you'd have to be to apply to a company where half a dozen talents try to off themselves because of it. I was like, what? Okay, maybe I shouldn't apply. Yeah. Also, what I did not really pay attention to, not that they would ever, like, you know, pick me, right? But Icathian was also right. If they do happen to pick you, you have to run with their models, right? They will provide you with a model. So we kind of have to let go of Jinyo. And I don't want that. We work too hard for Jinyo. I will not want that. Speaking of being the only person with sight in a blind world, scientists in South Korea printed a living human eye. It was successfully implanted into a blind patient, restoring vision and connecting to the nervous system. Did you just listen what I said? They printed an eye and successfully connected it to the nervous system. You know how complicated the eye is, right? It is made out of millions upon millions of nerves, or maybe not millions, I'm not exactly sure, but definitely very complicated. They successfully created a artificial eye, connected it to a living nervous system, not just a dead body, right? And it worked. Hello, Yessie. Yes, welcome, Yessie. How are you doing, Yessie? Thank you so much for joining the stream. I don't know where the YouTube people are coming from. I must have done something well yesterday. But you're welcome, Yessie. Am I pronouncing your name right? Or is it Emmy? Should I call you Emmy? Yessie, Emmy? Sorry, this is my mom's account. Alright, that's fine. And yeah, you are. I am pronouncing it right or wrong? The problem with YouTube is that YouTube has like a delay of 15 seconds. So I always need to wait a little bit. Okay. Yessie. Yessie, where are you from, Yessie? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream, and thanks so much for joining the Tigers, the White Tigers. You're at the right place. You just joined our ambush. You joined our den. I don't know. I still need to find a catchphrase. I'm still not happy with our catchphrases. I could just say thank you for joining the Tiger Clan. That would be very easy, right? But I need it to be unique. Today a 3D printed eye, later a 3D printed fully functional brain. I think we're going there. And this is also something I want to show you. I forgot because I kind of stopped talking about it. That was a certified ADHD moment. You know, at the beginning of the stream, I said we might enter, in the far future, we might enter the Matrix. And I mean that. And I need to show you why. Doom, Petri, brain cells. So there's a company. MT Discord, is it not the official? Wait. Discord. Did you just join? Welcome. Faceless Hollow. No, Faceless Hollow, you have to accept. Yeah, hello? Yes, you have to accept. You have to accept the rules to confirm that you're not a bot. This is basically when you join our Discord server, you get to a basically into a channel that tells you to go to channels and roles and then accept the terms, and then you'll get the official a role, which will then allow you to see all the other channels. If you still have a problem with that, Hollow, okay, let me know, then I can just assign the role to you manually. I might change that. This is basically to prevent bots, because a couple of years ago there was a problem with bots just flooding other people's channels, right? There were even like websites where you could just purchase it. If I remember the drama correctly, where people could just purchase it for a couple of cents and then they would just DDoS someone's Discord channel. What if I said yes that I'm a bot? Then you will not get the role. So you just basically stay in Nirvana. You should work on that because it's not very obvious, because I can type in any channel. Yes. You're right. Yeah, I'm well aware that it is not the best system, because people always get stuck at that point. The amount of times I had to manually assign the role, it's too many. What about you call this the White Claws? The White Claws? You should call this the White Claws. Welcome to the White Claws. I don't know. What needs to be very apparent with our community name is that people understand it immediately, right? Immediately. They need to, something like, just a simple example. If I tell you, hey, thanks for joining the Tigers or Tiger Clan, and I call everyone the Tigers, and you see a white tiger here and you see white tiger cubs, I think it's very easy to understand what I mean, right? But when it comes to like white tiger claws, you know, before I called my community the Jinyo Force, because I love Dragon Ball, and in Dragon Ball there's a squad called the Ginyu Force. So I basically switched out the G with a J and called it the Jinyo Force. But unless you watch Dragon Ball, you will not get the joke. So it was a little bit too complicated. Maybe sometime soon, non-carbonic life, I have a manuscript for a story about it. Oh yeah, back to our story, sorry. Back to our story. So this is actually some sci-fi shit. I don't even know how to explain it properly, man. Okay, so there is a company that uses brain cells as like computing power, so to speak. So they put brain cells into a petri dish and... Wait, I think someone explained it here pretty well. Okay, he says, let me explain what just happened, because I don't think people realize how insane this is. Cortical Labs put 200,000 real human brain cells onto a silicon chip and trained them to play Doom in just 1 week. Each CLI system costs $35,000, A rack of 30 units consumes only 850 to 1000 watts combined. The human brain operates on 20 watts. That is not a lot. Large AI training clusters burn through megawatts. Backed by InQtel, I don't know what that is, 115 units began shipping in 2025. Cortical Labs is selling wetware as a service. Through Cortical Cloud, letting developers deploy code remotely to living human neurons with no lab required. Priced like a software subscription, but powered by real brain cells grown from adult skin and blood samples. It isn't about gaming, it's about biological computing that could eventually outperform traditional silicon in energy efficiency and adaptability. That is the problem that is that really concerns me, because I don't know if you watch The Matrix, but if you watch The Matrix, you know what the humans are being used for. And if AI gets to a point where they could potentially just overpower the humans and they realize, yo, human biological brains are much energy efficient, much more energy efficient than silicon chips. What do you think a government AI will do? I don't want to doom what is the word again? Not doom scroll. There's another word for it. I don't want to be a doomer, but this is very scary. What do you think about this? An actual rat played Doom, by the way. Rats are smart. What about you call it the Royal White Tiger? A doomer?
Welcome back.
I think doomer is the word, yes. Yes, see, I think right now, we shouldn't, I would say we shouldn't really force a name, right? A name eventually, this is what community does, right? We're currently a fairly, I would say fairly small community, unless everyone comes together at the same time, because we are worldwide. The problems are the time zones. If there would be no time zones, I think we would already be like, we would probably already have like 20 or 30 people daily. But right now, because we're spread across the globe, we're a fairly small or sizable community, right? And this is what community does, and insider jokes, they just develop naturally. So we don't really have to force anything right now. We don't have to say, hey, our community is called this way and this way only. Let us just naturally decide it, or maybe it will just develop by itself. It's definitely a breakthrough, but the thought of having human brain cells in my computer process is kinda unsettling. It is. It is. I just immediately thought about Matrix. Like, my mind went immediately to Matrix. Because I was like, okay, if AI develops a little bit more, and I'm talking about like 20, 30 years here, right? I'm not talking about ChatGPT 5.6. I'm talking about like 20, 30 years in the future, and this technology also develops. There is probably going to be like an underground AI syndicate that will just kidnap humans for brain power. Am I wrong with this? Why wouldn't an AI do this? Alright, look, before anyone gets to know me, I'm old wired. I'm 20, but I understand most new... I don't understand most new things. Is it because you don't want to understand new things? Because there are people out there with old wired. You could also mean that you are not really engaging in social media and whatnot, or in technology in general. Maybe it's already happening under our noses. Could be. Could very well be. Hey man, I'm gonna go out, but you got my support and you got a new subscriber. I really appreciate that, Yessie. Thank you so much for stopping by. You don't know how much your support means to me. The more the merrier. I think today was our new record in a long time, right? Where we had so many people just engaging and just enjoying a chit chat with each other. I really love this, right? It makes my job as a streamer also easier because I don't really have to pull shit out of my nose. If you are providing me with lots of content that I'm just reacting to, basically, right? It is very comfortable for me. I could go on like this for another 6 hours, but I need to sleep at some point as well. There's also an opportunity for making cyborgs. True. The cyber Lin Kuei from Mortal Kombat is becoming a reality. I mean, there is already this, I forgot the name of the technology, but Elon Musk has like another company that he built or bought, I don't know, Cyberlink? Or Neuralink? Brainlink? Something like it is a brain chip, pretty much. Neuralink, I think. Neuralink, yes, thank you. I mean, it is already happening, kind of, where the people who have the chip implemented, they are technically, in the technical definitive sense, they are already cyborgs, right? I genuinely can't and personally don't want to. I don't mind. I don't mind that at all, Green Hollow, because I'm a little bit older than you. I'm 10 years older than you, right? And fortunately for me, I grew up in the analog days. So I grew up in a day and time where internet was not really a thing, or maybe it was already a thing because the internet was technically developed during World War II, right? But it was not really super mainstream, and even if it was mainstream, there was not really a lot that you could do on the internet. So I pretty much grew up in a day where if you wanted to meet a friend, you would just show up at the house and ask if that friend is there. Or the best we could do during my teenage years, right? We had SMS, so we sent each other short messages, or we had ICQ later on, right? So our days were much slower, and I hope that the newer generations will go back to a time like that. There's already a movement, believe it or not, of people basically living life like the 90s and early 2000s. It makes me feel a little bit old, but that my childhood is becoming a movement, a way of life. But I also am happy for the people who do this movement, actually, because life was so much more. I'm not saying life is not enjoyable now, but it was less hectic. Definitely less hectic, because there was a time every single day after like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. where the entire world was offline. Not SMSing each other anymore. You were in bed watching TV, and then you went to sleep. That's it. There were so many more personal conversations happening. The best way to enjoy each other's company was still through verbal like communication, meeting each other. You wanted to do something, let's meet. You wanted to talk about something because we haven't seen each other for 2 weeks, let's meet. Okay? Right now there's no urgency to meet others or friends that you haven't seen in a while, because you constantly talk to each other via WhatsApp. You send each other pictures and whatnot. I'm talking about me being old wired, if you forgot ADHD moment. A skull implant. Yeah, I heard it got stopped, does it? Was it stopped? I live in a place where everything looks like it's the 1980s. Cool. I haven't kept up with the news about it, but it seems it hit a stop. Probably was due to ethics and privacy concerns. I grew up with radio, blades, and I'm 20. That is cool. I'm actually happy for you. You don't know how valuable it is that you grew up in, even though you're 20, but you grew up in a way that other people in the 80s and 90s grew up. I think that is a very valuable lesson, because when you do start to get more into the internet culture and technology and whatnot, you will basically have like a balanced view on it, right? The kids who grew up with all of that shit, with doom scrolling and whatnot, they don't have those days of just being offline. There's even a psychological term for it now, because I guess our generations are cooked. What was it? There's the shortcut is always AO. I forgot it. It's basically always always online, always available. Is it AO AA? I don't know, but there's an actual term for it now, where every person kind of deals with like a constant psychological stress, because you are always online and you're always available. People write you on WhatsApp and they expect you to reply constantly or instantly, right? This is also why these dumbass companies, these demon companies, have created the double check mark and blue check mark system, so you get pressured into replying. Because if you receive a message, it's like one check mark, right? If the message did not go through, there's like one check mark. If the message goes through, it's 2 check marks, and then if you read the message, it's blue check marks. And if you read the message but you don't have the time to reply right now, it will appear as blue, and your mind or your brain will recognize that. Your brain will tell you, hey, they now they know that you read it, so you better reply in a fast manner. There's constant stress being applied upon you, whether you actively like understand it or not, whether that's happening like subconsciously or consciously. But these companies cooked an entire generation because of their freaking algorithms, attention, doom scrolling, always being available, always online. And now it created a culture where teenagers grow up and they feel offended because their best friend did not reply to them after their check marks became blue, and they did not reply within 10 minutes. So they think, oh, he must be mad then, or she must be mad then. I'm so glad that I'm not in a dating market, because I wouldn't know how to do that. Seriously. Like, you don't reply for 10 minutes and people are like, oh, must be not interested in me then. They may make some improvements on it, not sure. The last thing I saw about the Neuralink is that a person who was paralyzed used the Neuralink to basically control like artificial, like robotic arms. So he pretty much became a cyborg already, and that worked pretty well. So I don't think it's an ethical thing, because they already went through like humans phase of testing. They did it with chimpanzees first, right? The first Neuralink. No, it was pigs first. I think pigs, and then chimpanzees, and now there are definitely a couple of human test trials. So either the human test trials went wrong, and that is why we don't hear anything about Neuralink anymore, or there might have been a breakthrough and they're working on the next stage. I don't know. Even though I definitely have my issues with Elon Musk, I think the company, it's not the company's fault that he's owning them, right? I think the Neuralink could be something really good, because potentially it could fix shit like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, because it is a chip, right? And Alzheimer's is kind of like destroying parts of your memory, or your I'm not exactly sure what, like, there's definitely, your neurons are dying, right? Slowly dying with Alzheimer's. And if there's a chip in your brain that basically keeps all your functions alive and all your memories alive, I think that could be a good thing. Unfortunately, I also see the downsides of it belonging to a company and being able to read your wavelengths and what you think about and whatnot. And potentially also have a kill switch, who knows? Like, I'm very, very skeptical about these types of companies nowadays. My innocence was kind of broken. Not that I completely trusted these companies in the past, but I was definitely a bit more open to stuff like this. Nowadays, not so much. Ever since I started seeing how, you know, companies are manufacturing things in order to keep us on the websites and whatnot, to keep us angry, to keep us emotional. We are literally just pigs for them. They're just testing pigs. They spend too much money on it, just stop it. To stop it. I don't think that is a reason. There's a lot of research and a lot of technology that just ends in phase 2 or phase 3, even though they spend billions upon dollars. It's just what they will think about when it comes to products like Neuralink. They always think about the mass adaptation of the market, and I think they currently see that humans are very skeptical about AI, and they're very skeptical about putting stuff in your brain. Like, there are a lot of people that don't want to get vaccinated, right? Do you think they want to get a chip inserted into their brain? So I think Neuralink probably they are using research money anyways. I don't think they're using private money, right? They probably saw that even if they would mass produce it right now, there would not be mass adaptation. It is definitely still way too early for something like that. Eventually, I think there is no way around it, that we get to a point where if you don't have like a brain chip installed, you'll just fall behind in society. I hope I won't be able to experience that anymore, and you will probably also not experience that anymore, but there might be a time, maybe our kids or our children's kids, right? Where it's just becoming the norm, because people with Neuralinks will be so much more like efficient or smarter, right? Basically like the Matrix. Basically, if everyone is Neo, where they can just download a karate app and then know karate, right? Someone who doesn't have a Neuralink will probably look to them or be perceived as like a Neanderthal, right? So I think at some point in the far, far future, having augmentations in and outside of your body is going to be very normal. I think humans will probably naturally evolve into cyborg, and then in the super duper far future, I'm talking about several hundreds years from now, I think all that will be left from us is just machine. I don't think biological, like humans will stay biological forever. If humans will survive the next couple of decades and centuries, right? I think eventually what will left of us will be robots with memories of humans. It sounds so sad, right? It sounds really sad. It sounds very depressing. Apart from privacy concerns, my big issue with a chip in my body would be that I will cause discomfort knowing that I have a foreign object. Oh yeah, that is also another very psychological issue that even like happens with old people, for example, right? When you tell an old person that is living by itself, right? They are like granny cans, right? But they did multiple testings, and when the people, the grannies, right, or the grandpas knew that there's a camera watching them, they feel less autonomous, and in a lot of cases it also makes whatever illnesses and whatnot they were suffering from worse, because they kind of give themselves up. One thing that you should never do, and you will know that once you get older and older and older, and your parents get older as well, you cannot treat them like children, even though at some point they will, you know, a lot of like old people do regress, right? But you can never treat them like children. You can never treat them as if they are losing their autonomy, because remember, those people went through decades of their own life, not only raising you, their children, right, but also like raising other people, being autonomous, being strong their entire life, and if you suddenly treat them like babies, that is almost like a death sentence for old people. So I think a similar situation will happen when we constantly feel like there's a foreign chip inside of us and there's cameras everywhere watching us, which is already a thing, by the way, right? Technically, we already live in a surveillance state, not in a sense that you think of in like sci-fi movies, but every single person has a smartphone. Smartphones have become so incredibly affordable that it's just it's pretty much a camera in every single person's hand. And you are constantly either being recorded by someone who just... I don't even want to know how many times I ended up on someone's footage. Right? Because someone, like a kid, wanted to do a TikTok and I was in the background waiting for the bus. Or a tourist tries to record something with their phone, I don't know, and it's just recording like 100 people. It's like every single person has a freaking camera in their phone, in their hands now. Plus, more and more people are adapting to Ring, the camera bell thingy, right? So most households at some point will be completely surveilled by 3 or 4 cameras, and it's just going to increase more and more and more. At some point, every single corner of the street, every single corner of our town will be on some like camera footage, right? I don't know. I don't like where humanity is currently going. I think my enthusiasm for technology has been reduced. I don't know about you, how you feel about that, but I was just 10 years ago, I was much more positive when it came to technological advancements, especially in medicine, right? But nowadays, like every single time there's a new breakthrough coming from AI and shit like that, I'm like, this cannot be good. like 10, 15, 20 years from now, what is going to be the role of the human? Right? What are we gonna do? What is our purpose going to be? Hackers would be in heaven because of all of that. I think hackers and scammers are already in heaven because of all this shit that you can do with AI already. Our grandparents were, I mean, I'm talking about grandparents in a general sense, not mine personally, right? But there's so many old people that still fall for the telephone tricks, right? The telephone scammers. Hey, grandma, it's me, your grandson. Can you? I'm in big trouble. Can you can you go to the bank and deposit or withdraw $800 and send it to me? There's still many millions of old people, unfortunately, who fall for shit like that. Now add the advancements of AI, where you can just take a picture of someone randomly that you find on the internet, on Instagram, right? You can, I don't even want to give you like instructions, but you're not dumb, right? You can technically go through Instagram, grab something on Instagram, see who that person is following, maybe even find like family members of those, then create a video with many of those like AI shitty companies, right? And then pretty much create like it is currently a heaven for scammers. We are already at a point where just tell me if you are the same as well. Sometimes I scroll through Twitter and I see horrible news, and the first thought I have is this real or is this AI? We are already at that point where I don't really want to trust my eyes anymore. Because AI unfortunately became so good. Hi, how are you? I'm doing great, Aiden. Thank you so much for joining the stream. How are you? I'm not exactly sure what is happening. We had the biggest influx of people today on YouTube. I'm very happy. Is it Aiden or is it Aidan? Or is it AI Dan? Because we just talked about AI. Maybe it's AI Dan. T48Y. It's the T800 from Terminator. Aiden. Okay. Alright. Where are you from, Aiden? Welcome, 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 welcome. Don't dox yourself. When I'm asking where you're from, I'm asking about the country. So for example, I'm from Germany. Please don't dox yourself online. Although AI videos have become really good, there's still a feeling that something is off. It feels uncanny. It doesn't have a soul. That is for most AI videos, but I have seen some where they perfectly replicate shit that is currently going on in the world, right? USA! USA! Okay, you're gonna get standing ovations for that. I don't know why. Just because I think Americans love it when you chant something. Stereotype. I still, in most cases, Ikathian, I can tell when something is AI generated, but there are situations, and they happen more often, unfortunately, where I see a video and I think it's real, and then you see the comments and people are saying, oh, this is AI, don't worry. It's getting to that point. It is getting to that point. It is very scary. It is concerning, yes, and I would consider myself very media affine. I don't know what it is in English, but I consume a lot of media, and I work in the media industry. So if it can't fool me, it should really concern you. Mississippi. Nice. We have a little delay over on YouTube, Aiden. So if you hear me already moving on to another topic and whatnot, that is because there's a 50-second delay or so on YouTube. But if you have Twitch, you can switch over on Twitch. We are multi-streaming, and Twitch is near instant. But on YouTube, I say something, and then 15 seconds later, you get the you get the reply. Oh, speaking of AI, I need to show you something. Usually, I do not like AI videos because I don't want the people who create the AI videos to get the affirmation that they should do more, right? But I saw this and I couldn't stop myself. I needed to show you this. Usually I like stuff so I can show it to you live on stream, because if you don't like things or if you don't bookmark things, it will just get lost in the sauce, right? But please take a look at this and tell me that I was wrong in liking this. I needed to show you. It is an AI video made by C-Dance, right? That new AI software.
你是否在山上打败过一只猫？你还活着？你没听说喵有9命吗？
I love how it has the old school kung fu sounds.
又来这套，我也不会对你客气。喵了个咪的！
Oh man. I just had to like this, okay? I do not condone AI, generative AI videos and images and shit like that, but that was just too funny to pass. I'm sorry. I needed to share this with everyone. That was funny, I admit, right? Oh man. This is what I'm saying, man. It is getting better and better and better. This is the first time I've watched you. Well, I appreciate that. How can you tell me, Aiden, how you found my channel? Because you are now the third or fourth person that is joining us through YouTube. And I'm just wondering if there's something that I did that caused people to now find my channel. Did something get picked up in the algorithm? Let me just check. There must have been a short or something that got picked up, because the long form videos that I uploaded got like 7 views. So it cannot be the long form videos. It must have been something else. Oh, holy shit. Oh, 15,000 views? Okay, one of my 20,000? One of my shorts went through the roof. Holy shit. Wow. Yo, thank you. This explains it a lot. This explains why so many people joined our stream today. Okay, because the last time I checked, this one had like 2K, 2.5. Yeah. Oh, holy shit. But just to show the kids out there, right, who want to make YouTube their careers, I got 40 cents for like 10K views or 8K views. This might update to maybe $1 or 60 cents. I get 8 cents per 1,000 clicks, just so people know, okay? Don't quit your jobs for YouTube. Don't quit school for YouTube, okay? Unless you do long form content. Long form content is different. But with short form content, you get like 8 pennies, 8 cents per 1,000 clicks. That means 10K views is 80 cents. You earn more by just, I don't know, take out the trash for your mom. But that is crazy. Holy shit. That looks like 2016 animation more than AI, 2016 memes. That is true. We need those back. Yeah, I wish we could go back in time. If you could go back in time, let's say 10 years or 15 years, what is it that you would... Is there something you would change? And I'm not talking about you buying the lottery, like the correct lottery numbers and whatnot, or buying Bitcoin or shit like that. I'm talking about something that would benefit humanity. What would you do? What would you erase? You could go back in time and, I don't know, you get a weapon and get to kill someone. What would you do? My friend gets 10 every click. 10 cents every click? Usually I would say I doubt that, but there's also different types of RPMs on YouTube, right? It depends on which sector you're in. For example, if you're in the financial sector, right? If you're selling houses and you do long form content, I think you get like, I think it's like $100 or so, or even more for just 1,000 clicks. Russia. Okay, wait, are you from Russia? No, wait, you're from USA. Just wanted to ask, are you from Russia as well? Oh, Aiden has like delay. Aiden is saying Russia in regards to what would you delete. The delay on YouTube, it needs to be fixed, man. It really needs to be fixed, because it makes the conversations asynchronous, asymmetric. You know what I mean. My friend is... Yeah, sometimes, Aiden, I sometimes forget what you are referring to, because your messages are a little bit delayed. And that is just because of YouTube, unfortunately. I already went with like low latency options, but I guess the lowest latency still has like 10 to 15 seconds delay, which is sad. Okay, what else do I have for you? One Piece is starting in 2 days. Season 2 of One Piece. You should give it a try. And it doesn't matter if you already watched One Piece before, whether you read the manga or you watched the anime. I think the live action can still be enjoyed. It's a good segue drug into the anime or into the manga. So you should really give it a try, in my opinion. Oh, this one was also funny. I need to show you this. Wait. So, oh. The caption said, wait. How do you know so much about Naruto? Bro, I was right there. It's so well made. He was right there fighting Naruto. He might have PTSD from the Ninja Wars. That is AI, bro? No, he was right there. He was there. He was there. He can prove it. He was fighting Naruto. You put a pick and boom? You think so? It looks more like very old school, unpolished editing with a green screen. I don't think it's AI, because AI would have done this part way better. I think it's definitely it's green screen, maybe even a little bit of rotoscoping. This does not look polished at all. Like I'm pretty sure that is AI. Okay, I'll believe you. Are you sure? Because to me, I've been editing a lot of videos, and to me this just looks like a very like I'm actually trying to make an anime. Wait, can you draw, Aiden? I'm 100%. Okay. I'll believe you. I just thought because there were just so many like sloppy frames that it was just very sloppy editing work. As you can see over here, it still shows Sasuke in the background. Yeah, but you might be right. You might be right. You might be right, because I think he just said replace Sasuke with me. That could have been the prompt. Okay. I see, this is the problem, because AI has become so good that bad AI, I thought bad AI was done by human. This is an issue. I'm actually trying to make an anime. Can you animate, Aiden? There's lots of fan animations out there. There's even a channel that I can show you. It's called SHL Animation, who is like an indie animator who does his own what if scenarios, basically. What if Saitama was in Dragon Ball, for example? And his animations look absolutely amazing. I need to show you. I mean, there's one reaction that I have on my channel, but we don't need to watch that. I'm just going to show you his channel if I can find it again. I've been following so many people. I need to clean up my follow list. It was this SHL Animation. Yes. Yes, this is the channel. SLH Animation has 480,000 subscribers. And here's a lot of like these what if scenarios. What if Saitama was in Dragon Ball? If Saitama become a Z fighter, for example, which is the one that we reacted to, right? If Luffy Gear 5 wears that mask from that Jim Carrey movie, really, really cool. And it looks really good. Like the movement and the action, they look really great. Let me just show you the one that I reacted to, which really cracked me up. Was it this one or that one? It's definitely one with Saitama. Let me just click on this one just to show you that his animation looked great. Okay. Just gonna mute it, just in case. Gonna head to sleep now. I'll keep the stream running for some background noise. Alright, thank you for that, IKTN. I'm gonna head to bed soon as well. Good night, have a great week ahead. You too. You too. Thank you so much for stopping by, IKTN. I hope you had a lot of fun, and I hope you get a lot of sleep as well. It's a new week next week. Monday is coming up. So I'm wishing you lots of strength and just a positive week. Watch again and see for yourself. How do you detect when the character is fully covered, the AI freaks out and does anything? One of my friends who is a good drawer and I do the animation. That is pretty cool. You know that Illustrator and Storyteller are two, like a combination that is very common in the manga world. So if you know how to tell a story properly but you cannot draw, you can just find someone who can illustrate the story for you, and that combination can work very well. Just like a One Punch Man, for example. There was also a combination between mangaka, basically someone who told the story, and someone who drew the story. So that is pretty cool. That is actually something that I'm very envious of, animation, because I'm not good at animating stuff. I do the basics, right? I know how to do basic keyframe animations and whatnot, but I cannot possibly just animate stuff like this. But holy shit, would it be a nice skill to have to animate or even illustrate. I would be fine with illustrating as well. I cannot draw. Cannot draw either. So yeah, that is pretty cool. Lots of great indie animations are out there on YouTube nowadays. That wasn't always the case, right? But I a couple of months ago I reacted to another indie animation, a Japanese indie animation called Milky Subway. Milky Subway. Every episode is just 3 minutes long, and it is available in a lot of languages. So they dubbed it, and they dubbed it with also like famous dubbers as well, right? The voice actors are really, really good. It's like high quality, high production. Every episode is just 3 minutes long, so it's 12 minutes. It's a very tight-knit, short story, but you will enjoy it. If you enjoy anime, you will probably enjoy this as well. It was very funny, has nice comedic timing as well. I reacted to the entire thing, so if you want to watch my reaction, do that. If you don't want to watch my reaction and want to watch just the video itself, then this is the channel. I'm gonna link this, right? I can just wholeheartedly recommend this. It was a lot of fun reacting to it as well. And once again, it has comedic timing, which is, I would say, rare for a very short a series like that. Welcome back, Green Hollow. My specialty is fighting animation. Oh, that's even cooler. Is there something you already created, Aiden, that we could take a look at? No pressure. But why not? If we have an animator amongst our ranks, why not? Where's music? Music? Music! There's pretty much like there's more that we can react to that I liked, but we can also do that next time. I usually try and aim for 4 streams per week, right? If everything goes right and I get my reactions out as fast as possible, then we can also do like 5. But generally speaking, you can count on 4 streams. Saturday, Sunday, definitely, and then Tuesday, Thursday, I'll update you with a schedule. Not right now. Okay, that's fine. No pressure. I got this on standby while writing when I have something unnamed in the story. Mido fix this shit? What? Is that your illustrator? Oh, is Mido your name? So you leave notes for yourself? What kind of stories, short stories do you write, Green Hollow? Like what genre is it? Midu, to be exact. Midu. Pretty cool. What genre do you write about? I'm so happy that we have storytellers in our community now, because one day, I told you, one day in the future, I do want to do my Jinyo manga as well. And I already have the key elements that happen in chapter 1, right? Like basically the outline for everything. But obviously we are missing the funds. It's not gonna be cheap because I cannot illustrate, so we have to find an illustrator. And I already saw a bunch of people who provide manga art and line work, and the ones that I found that I really like the art style of, they are asking for like $50 to $60 per page with like 6 to 8 panels. So one page with 6 to 8 panels will be like $60, and that's one page. And we need a couple of those pages. It is in the works. I cannot wait to see that, Aiden. Make sure to show it to us first. I want the premiere of your animation. I would put on action, but it can also be horror. Nice. Did you already publish something, Green Hollow? Like, is there something we can read? Maybe next week we can do like a reading hour. Green Hollow story. Is Green Hollow the name of your horror story? Green Hollow. Sounds like a superhero or supervillain. The Green Hollow. Wait, why did my model freeze? That was weird. Oh, you have it on standby. Do you have it on standby because you don't have the time, or right now, or do you have like a writer's block? It might be done on next week. Cool! How long are your short stories? I'm actually on 60 episodes. Wow. 60 episodes, Aiden? That is crazy. It's called Faceless Time. Writing it. Ooh. Do I have an ooh sound effect? I don't. I'm gonna give you... What is this? Wait, I gotta do this again. Wait, I gotta mute the music so it gets more impact. So the name of Green Hollow's story is Faceless Time. From the people who brought you Iron Man 3 and Game of Thrones. That's not a short one. Oh, okay. Well, I cannot read to see parts of the story. If it's a long one, then I can probably not read it on stream, but maybe just parts, some pages. Okay, my friends. My beautiful Tiger friends. Tiger Clan members. Ambush members. Stalkers. I don't know, we'll find a name for our community. I changed my name to Faceless Hollow. I'll change it on Twitch as well. Hang on. Okay. Oh, this is why your name is Faceless Hollow on... Faceless Time, I think, on Discord as well, right? Faceless Hollow. Oh, cool. Cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna head to bed now as well. It's called War of the Universe. Interesting. War of the Universe. Okay, my friends. I am going to bed now. I appreciate everyone joining the community, especially today because of that short that blew up somehow. I hope you had a great time. I really appreciate the support. We will see each other next week, at the very least 4 times live, right? I'm gonna update you with a schedule. I usually do it both on Discord and on YouTube, so I'm gonna post a schedule on Discord and on YouTube, so you know when I'll be live. Good thing is that we finished all games this week, so we basically can start with whatever we want next week. We're gonna have a bunch of reaction streams. We're gonna have a Just Chatting stream, like every Sunday, and then...
Nighty Night Tiger.
Nighty Night Green Hollow. I don't like the voice. We need to change the TTS voice. It sounds like that typical TikTok voice. 5 things you should be doing with your free time. Okay, good night, or how we say in German, gute Nacht. Okay, take care. We'll see each other probably on Tuesday. It's Tuesday, innit? Okay, bye-bye. Take care.